The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
And it's a beautiful night. Fall is upon us in Paola, Kansas, the site of tonight's Frontier League matchup between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Paola Panthers. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carvato settling in on our north end of the press box location here. Outside, we'll get to feel some of those fall temperatures as the boys will on the field. And there's just not many things better than the first few days of fall. And this is really the first one, Matt, and we're going to play some high school football. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it feels great. It's finally cool. Got a sweatshirt on and just ready to see him get after it tonight.
Broncos coming in at 4-1. The Paola Panthers at 3-2. Panthers improved a little bit from a year ago. Certainly not the cream of the crop at the top of the Frontier League as they typically have been over, decades.
Right.
But tonight they'll be a tough out for the Broncos. The Broncos found out a week ago against Ottawa, you've got to bring it every game no matter whether or not you're picked to win or not. And, the Ottawa Cyclones gave them all they could handle, but you got to be ready for Paola because they'll be the same thing.
And their two losses, Lewisburg and Eudora, both good teams. Eudora was at full strength when they beat Paola a few weeks ago. So Paola's going to be ready to go. Their rivals were only about 8 miles apart, so Paola's going to be ready, and they're looking their chops ready to play.
Straight down Old KC Road if you want to find this one, or go to youtube.com/Spring Hill Sports Live, varsitysportslive.com/Spring Hill to catch up with this one as well as all of our games across our network here tonight. 10 high school football games going on at varsitysportslive.com. Plenty to talk about here on this one as we kick off the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. We'll recap last week's win against Ottawa for sure, and then we will turn our attention to the Panthers as we get set for this Frontier League tilt tonight. It's the Spring Hill Broncos, the Paola Panthers, tonight right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and text. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Back out here, Paola High School. Home of the Panthers. Broncos getting ready to take on the Panthers here in a Frontier League matchup. Broncos at 4-1. The Paola Panthers at 3-2. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo. Broncos coming off a 27-21 win over Ottawa last week. A much improved Ottawa team. Kudos to Coach Walt Alexander and his improvements over that program, but still the Broncos able to come back and keep enough distance in that one against Ottawa to get the win. Colton McKenna, another stellar performance as he finished that game. 25 carries, 189 yards, and 4 touchdowns. McKenna on the season, 122 carries, 945 yards, 16 touchdowns. That's 189 yards per game. That's 7.7 yards per carry, and it's 3+ touchdowns per game. Can't do a whole heck of a lot better than that, can you, Matt?
That's pretty amazing. And he has some long runs, but most of those are, I'd call them chunk plays. You know,
those
7, 8, 10
yards.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's not like he's got a bunch of 80-yard carries. He's working for that. And his line is helping him too.
I tell you what, that's one thing. When I was able to play for Pittsburgh State, and I practiced a lot for Pittsburgh. I didn't play a lot for Pittsburgh State, but offensive linemen look to rushing yards per game as like our only stat that we get to keep track of and want to know about. Obviously, passing yards come and go, but yards per carry, yards per game on the ground are offensive linemen's dream stats.
Right.
And as an O-line right now, they're doing the work, and he's getting to reap the benefits, but don't know for sure it's not going unforeseen up here. You do a good job of making sure those on-linemen get some love as well because they have done a nice job. And it's been some youngsters plugged in there at times, but it's gotten some experience as well. And I got to believe Cole Rodden being at the heart of that offensive line is a key to their success so far.
Oh, 100%. You know, he's a stalwart up there, and we've talked about depth at the very beginning of the year. They're getting to the point where they're large enough to where you have freshmen and sophomores that are coming in that are talented, and you have 2 and 3 backups, not just, oh gosh, what do we do? They've got guys that can start filling in when those guys get injured, and they've had 2 injuries on the offensive line. They've been able to maintain and if not even better.
Yeah, and the offense, obviously the running game's been good. Passing game, hit and miss, haven't had to rely on it a ton. It would be nice to maybe see that get out there, see Corey Kirkner get going, Jackson Torres once again, and Tyson Beshore. The numbers certainly aren't astronomical when you've got a guy like McKenna behind you, but that might be an opportunity tonight. Perhaps Paola could be susceptible in the secondary. We'll see. Well,
that's one of the things that I think that they need to focus on. I think that they need to let Beshore play a little bit. They're going to have him throw. Paola knows darn well where the ball is going. They know it's going to McKenna. They've watched film. They've got 5 games on him. So they need to throw enough just to keep them honest. Doesn't have to be a big play, just to let him drop back, get a quick throw off, and make them respect the pass too.
We'll turn our attention to the defensive side of the ball as well here in just a little bit. We got our area matchups still to come as well. We're in the midst of the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is your heating and air conditioning company. To learn more, go to comfortdesigns.net or give them a call at 913-592-4453. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Also, Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience. Locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. We come back, we'll talk a little bit about the Paola Panthers. We got your area matchups, keys to the game, starting lineups, opening kickoff here from Paola. It's the Panthers and Broncos tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Back out here on the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. BJ Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo. We're going to look one last time before we turn our attention to the Panthers at last week's game. Happy to start to work together with some students from Spring Hill High School and a nice little highlight video. This kid knows what he's doing as far as editing video. A recap of last year, a little sight and sounds from the Broncos' homecoming win over the Ottawa Cyclone.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran silly, no, and I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Go, 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 go.
Pretty nice work right there, and a look back to last week, but that was then and now is
Right,
now.
that was very well done.
The Paola Panthers getting ready to welcome in your Spring Hill Broncos, and the Paola Panthers coming in at 3-2. They're basically up and down. Won over Fort Scott in a close win in week 1, lost to Lewisburg 20-35, beat Ottawa 28-8, then lost to Tonganoxie 21-49, and then beat Pittsburgh High last week. I think that's a pretty good win. Probably giving them a little bit of confidence. 19-16. And the way J.D. Troutman goes is the way they go often. 64 carries, 600 yards, 9.4 yards per carry, so he can get those big plays. 4 touchdowns on the season. He also has 8 catches for 170 yards and 1 touchdown. So be on the lookout for number 1, J.D. Troutman. And then the other side of the running back running the ball is Clayton Younger. 102 carries, 544 yards. He's more of a grind-em-out, hard-nosed guy, 5.3 yards per carry. And then quarterback will be Tristan Katzer, 15 of 42, 198. They're not a passing team. 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He does have 27 carries. They like him in short yardage, it looks like, 101 yards, but 5 touchdowns. So look at him down on the goal line. That's a look at Paola and hits this one. And you can't fight against the tradition, the perennial powerhouse. It's one of the most winningest high school football programs in the state of Kansas. And when you've got that kind of foundation, every Friday night's a chance to win.
Oh, for sure. You know, there's not very many times where Spring Hill has beat Paola until recently. And I remember when we first moved to Spring Hill, that was a big deal, beating Paola. And it still is to this day. Like I said, they're close together. Paola's got all the history, and it always feels good to come down here.
How many times have you come into this game, though, with it being the expectation? That's probably where things have flipped just a little bit. The expectation would be for the Broncos perhaps to get this win, but they're going to have to fight for it tonight.
Right.
Let's talk about how they're going to do that, as well as what else is going on around the area in our pregame area matchups, brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott has been serving area communities for decades. When you're out and traveling to your next big matchup, be sure to look for one of those Elliott Insurance locations near you. Learn more at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. What do we got on the docket tonight?
We got Baldwin just down the road at Osawatomie, Tonganoxie at Lewisburg, a big Frontier League matchup. Eudora going on the road tonight at FL Schlegel, Bonner Springs over at Ottawa. Network games, Girard is at Colgan, big game in Southeast Kansas. Baxter Springs at Frontenac. And going out of the box a little bit for our area game of the week, some of you might also be watching the Kansas State Wildcats taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys in Stillwater.
We'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Colgan is at Columbus. I know that one.
My apologies.
Yeah, I don't know who the Trojans have, actually. I probably should know that by now, but I don't. Those are your area matchups brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. Time for your Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game brought to you by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce. Reminding you to support our community and shop local. It's starting to become that time of the season. The weather certainly feels like when you start to think about that Christmas shopping list. Plenty of places in Spring Hill to support. Keep those dollars local, and be on the lookout for more information about the Spring Hill Chamber Banquet coming up in November. Get more information at springhillks.org or stop by and see Jen and Sharon there at the new office in downtown Spring Hill. Keys to the game?
Well, first of all, this is a good crowd tonight. Paola is known for having really, really raucous fans. They've got the middle school band. They've got their youth football guys down there in front of the helmet. The first thing we need to do is just stay focused. The fans are going to be loud. They don't particularly like Spring Hill. I feel like the feeling's fairly mutual, so we need to keep our composure. We need to stay focused no matter what, because they're going to come and they're going to hit you in the mouth as soon as the first whistle blows.
I think physicality is so important in this one to either match their physicality or beat it. I will say last week against Ottawa, I felt like, especially on the edge in the wide receiving game, they were more physical than the Broncos.
Absolutely.
Broncos missed Porter Jones. They won't have him again tonight, it looks like. His physicality on the edge is certainly important. They won't have that, but you got to come up, be physical, make them know that they're playing football tonight, and that starts a lot of times on the defensive side of the ball. We focus so much on the offense sometimes because of the guys' names I say all the time while I'm talking about it, but defense has been pretty solid throughout this season. Don't get beat over the back end. You saw the big numbers from J.D. Troutman, so keep things in front of you, but the defense can set the tone for this game.
Absolutely, and that's one of the main things they need to do. They need to contain the outside, and they've had a whole other week to work on it and getting some of those young guys more and more reps, another week at it. Everything that was an issue last week is completely correctable. It's assignment football. They need to keep the outside shoulder clear. They need to make sure that they are making those running backs cut back in towards all the chaos and let those linebackers make plays.
All right, there's our look at things. The Broncos have taken the field. We're just 5 minutes away from kickoff. Here in this one, the Broncos and the Panthers will step away, take another quick break. We come back. Starting lineups over to kickoff here from Paola. Broncos, Panthers tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, The professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Back out here on the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show as we get set for this one. Captain's out at midfield, getting through the coin toss festivities. We'll bring that to you live here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Starting lineups are brought to you by The Bean. The Bean is the best way in Spring Hill to start your day. Delicious coffee, refreshing teas, sweet treats like smoothies, frappes, and shakes. And, of course, they've got those delicious pastries from Scratch KC. Stop in and see The Bean. Tell them you heard about them right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Be sure to go out and support all of our local businesses. I love that when I hear from our advertisers say somebody stepped in and said, hey, we heard about you on Spring Hill Sports Live. It really lets them know that they're doing something special here with our broadcast. Learn more about the Bean at thebeankc.com. So I missed what happened out there as I was talking about The Bean, but let's go through our starting lineups. First up, quarterback is Tyson Beshore, 6'2", 180-pound junior. Running back is Colton McCanna, 5'10", 185, and a senior. Mentioned his numbers earlier, just astounding. Jackson Torres on the edge, 6'2", 215, and a junior. Ryan Jackson out at wide receiver as well, 6'2", 170, and a junior. Elsewhere on the offense for the Broncos, Louis Stadler, 6'1", 265, and a junior. Cole Rodden at center, 5'10", 250, and a senior. Carter Meek, 6'3", 320, and a senior. Another wide receiver, Corey Kirkner, 6'3", 165, and a freshman. Cooper D'Albini at one tight end, 6'5", 220, and a senior. And a few of those other offensive linemen. Mentioned a few of those guys. Lost them on my starting lineup, so we'll just skip it for now. We'll mention them as we go. Opening kickoff is brought to you by Seats Incorporated. Kick off your new career with Seats Incorporated in Spring Hill. Seats is the leader in the manufacturing of quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see all their openings or to apply online, go to SeatsInc.com. Here we go on this one. The Broncos and the Panthers. Troutman going to tee this one up for Spring Hill and kick it short. Shallow going to be fielded by Torres at the 21-yard line. Center return for Torres. Try to catch that edge. Still on his feet. Cuts back against the grain and drops forward across the 30 up near the 34-yard line. That's where the Broncos will start their opening drive as they start at their own 30.
Having Torres as one of the upbacks is a pretty good spot for them because they think they're kicking to probably like a linebacker or a slot back type guy. In reality, you're kicking to one of their starting receivers. So good start out, good field position for the Broncos.
Yeah, you'd be incorrect.
Right.
I've seen him take a 63 house on a end around already this season. 2 men in the backfield. Stump in there to start the ball game at fullback. He'll lead the way for Colton McKinney. He's already got a big hole on the outside across the 40, across the 45 up near midfield. Still dragging defenders and finally brought down after a gain of 14 on first down for Colton McKenna. And Stump in there at that fullback, kind of lead guy through. It was a big hole from the O-line, but it was even better when he was able to seal that linebacker coming play side.
That's huge. Stump's a grinder.
He'll be the wing to the near side with McKenna to his right. Flip it under. There's Torres. Good quick route. Torres dragging a defender forward. It's a gain of 12 on first down in the passing game. And a quick hitter right there to Torres for 12.
I think that's exactly what we need to see. We need to keep the defense honest. Little quick short throws like that are exactly what we need to see and gives B Short some confidence.
Broncos driving personnel switching out for Paola. They will make the change. Kirkner will go in motion, hand it to him. New plays. We haven't seen a lot of some different guys in here to begin this one. Kirkner just a little tentative getting to that edge, and it'll be just a gain of 1. Bring up a second down and 9.
Yeah, that's something to learn. He's only a freshman, so just hitting that cut up as hard as you can and committing to it.
But you can see how they want to try to use his speed.
They do.
Get him on the edge. It can be dangerous. Ryan Jackson will be split out near side along with Torres in the slot. The tight end near side, D. Albini. This time McKenna lined up just directly behind B. Short. Turn, handoff near side. Little stutter step. Step back against the grain. Brought down on the tackle for the Panthers by number 25, Vincent Jones. Jones is the first guy there. Just a gain of a yard for McKenna. Bring up third down and 8.
McKenna made the best of the situation right there. He didn't have a whole lot to work with. The linebackers for Paola flowed pretty well. Plug that play up.
Certainly some size up front. Watch out for big number 67, Eli Richmond, 6'3", 270 on that DN spot. He'll be on the far side. Straight drop for Bishaw, third down and 8. Looking deep, lets it fly. What's his man? He's got McKenna running down the middle of the field. Caught it at the 5. Touchdown, Broncos! A 38-yard strike. And the running back snuck out into the outfield, and there he was to catch a fly ball from B. Short. An easy 38-yard touchdown for the Broncos.
And that's like watching the Gorillas from the early 2000s, shooting that running back right up the gut, through the middle, wide open.
Unaccounted for Colton McKenna. He can do it both ways. This time it's a 38-yard touchdown run, or catch rather, reception.
Good job by the offense to really set up a true pocket. The rush wanted to go to the outside, so the offensive line let him, and gave B. Short just enough time to let it rip.
Broncos strike first on a 38-yard touchdown pass from B. Short to McKenna. They lead at 7-0. Defense is back next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Broncos strike first, 10:05 to play in the first quarter. A crisp, clean, quick drive by the Broncos through the air and on the ground, just what the doctor ordered.
That is exactly what we said at the beginning of the game, and just what we needed, and caught Paola sleeping for sure.
So many times I've seen games that can really turn pivotally, and it seems silly, but you go down and score like that, come back, force a 3 and out, do it again. The rest of the game's tough for the opponent. Ryan Jackson to tee it up, back to receive, center of the field. J.D. Troutman, they'll kick it away from him, near side return at the 20. 25-30, big hole there all the way up to the 35-yard line. And a decent return, trying to keep it away from J.D. Troutman on the run there for number 10, Jasper Logan.
You know, while they're trying to keep it away from him, they're also kind of sacrificing the field position on that one.
9:59 to play. First offensive possession of the game for the Panthers. Wide receiver split out near side. Will be Jace Curley. 3 guys this way, student body this way, 4. That big fullback, and he just on a quick toss sweep, giving chase, and he's going to take it to the house. And Clayton Younger, we talked about him in our pregame show. He had 544 yards coming into this one. He could go ahead and tack on another 64.
That's exactly what we were worried about. One of the concerns on the defensive side of the ball is letting the outside contain. The defensive end had his outside arm tied up. Once that happens, it's really hard to keep contained when you have a cornerback out there and the cornerback got blocked.
He can run 64 yards in 21 seconds with people chasing him. 24 seconds. Nope, I have worse math than I thought. 14. Well, it's a lot faster. I thought he it's low kick, but able to get scooped up off the ground. PAT is good. So Broncos put together a nice drive. Paola doesn't have to. One play, 64 yards to the house. It's all knotted up at 7s. When we return in 30 seconds in your home for Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and text. We ended up with our dream home, all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Seven, 9:45 to play in this first quarter. Quick strike offense from the Paola Panthers puts them right where they want to be after the Broncos went down and took the early lead. Kick back to receive. Center return for the Broncos. Low. Return all the way up. Pretty well covered by the Panthers, holding low. Across the 20. Up to the 21, 22-yard line is where this one will start. Well, the Broncos offensively don't have a ton they need to work on. Just kind of keep that rolling like it was on the last drive.
That's for sure. They looked really good in the first series, so we just need to keep it rolling.
9:39 to start this drive. A little bit of everything. A quick strike pass to Torres. Haven't seen that quick slant like that yet this year. And then sneaking McKenna out of the backfield down the seam. Wide open. First down and 10 from the 22-yard line is where this one will start. Torres in the slot. Jackson the wide out. In motion goes Stump. He'll get it. Near side. Big hole. Across the 25 up near the 26, 27-yard line. And it's a gain of 6 on first down for Patrick Stump.
Well done by Stump. You don't see him run outside very often. Usually his stuff's between the tackles, so it's good to see him getting out and good to see him show some speed.
6-yard gain brings up second down and 4. Trips to the far side. Jackson, the lone receiver near side. McCann will be the right of Beecher. A clap for it. Penalty flags come. Somebody was moving. I'm not sure if they got a. Beecher may have gotten. He did. He got a free 5 on that little hand clap, I think.
Maybe eventually they'll work out, like after the Eudora game, maybe the offsides will kind of balance out throughout the season.
Maybe, on average.
I mean, usually the law of averages holds true eventually.
D lineman on the near side for the Panthers, Cooper Stanchfield. Big brother Gorilla down there playing O-line right now. Pass outside for Kirkner, and he's bottled up. Get upfield. Guy's got to get upfield when he catch that ball. That youth, you can see the glimpses of just sheer talent.
Right.
And then you can see the inexperience of, oh, boy.
Catch and go. He should have cut the outside, and that's okay. He's learning. New formation there, stacking both the receivers on each side.
Yeah. some new things from the Broncos we've seen so far. Still a gain of 2 for Kirkner. He'll be loaned to the far side once again on the shallow side. D. Albini will be the tight end near side on 2nd down and 8. Handoff, McKenna. Trying to bounce outside. Bad angle by the lineman, and the U-Hill will make you pay at the 50. 45 down the sidelines, ducked out of bounds. Angles matter in football. And just taking a wrong one resulted in a 20-yard pickup for Colton McKenna.
That's hard to beat
25.
with McKenna. Just flat out. He had the right angle, and he just has that burst of speed that's hard to catch.
A 25-yard gain all the way up to the 40. Inside Panther territory. B short with McKenna to his right. He'll send Torres in motion. Fake it to him, fake it to McKenna. Now play action. He wants Kirkner down the middle. Kirkner's going to have to go up for it. Well defended. Penalty flag comes in. Goodness. Yikes.
A little bit of a dangerous pass. Great defensive play by Paola.
I didn't see anything. We didn't have the greatest vantage point, but that's a tough one. Tough break against the Panthers, I would say. Broncos will be the beneficiaries for sure. We'll take it.
Well, we'll take it, but
pass interference on the defense.
Oof.
We'll call it generous.
Just in case we ever get accused of being too homery, I would like to go on the record here saying I'm not sure about that call.
I would agree with you on that one.
Put some bank in the non-homer.
I was getting ready to say, what a great play by Paola.
No kidding. I was too. I did say it actually in real time. I said well defended as the yellow flag was coming out. Turn hand off McKenna. Good cut back against the grain, making something out of nothing. He'll stumble forward up across the 20 to the 19-yard line. I say nothing, but there was still pretty good movement. He was able to do some of that in the backfield.
Correct. That's the difference between a senior and somebody the underclassman. The way he cuts, he makes his decision and he goes. Just that confidence to feel it, and that's just muscle memory from doing it over and over and over in thousands of reps.
2nd down and 5. Broncos certainly stretching it. Their little zone read by Beshore. Little stutter step. Again, bad angle, able to get to the edge. And Tyson Beshore able to scramble for 10 yards. That little stutter step got him enough separation.
It sure did. At first, I was like, you got to go. And he once he committed, he's got some wheels. We just don't see it very often. But he hasn't had to.
They give him 9 officially on the carry. It's enough for a first down. Broncos 1st down and 10 from
number
just
2.
outside the 10.
There they go.
Yeah, Jackson wide open by himself. They'll go running play. Far side, another good run. Face mask got away with one maybe there. And across the 10-yard line up near the 8, a modest gain to bring up 2nd down and 7.
First down run play. Ball carrier number 5, McKenna.
McKenna picks up
number 67.
2.5.
Defense is Eli Richmond.
And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Got to finish this drive. McKenna. Again, just trying to slide inside. Falls forward near the 5-yard line. Got to get all the way to the 1 for a first down, so it's a tough spot to be in for the Broncos. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Anderton to come in.
Down near the 5-yard line.
He probably got 2 yards just lunging forward.
Picks up 3 on the play, maybe 4. McKenna looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos on a 3rd down and 4 from the 5 into the end zone. Broncos strike again, 13-7.
Well done. It's hard to stop an explosive running back like that when he's inside the 5-yard line, especially when you know that he's going to fall forward for at least a yard or 2.
And a good push up front by the Bronco O-line, and it will be 13-7 with Ryan Jackson to come on to kick the point after. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on the way. And it's good. Broncos lead 14-7. Back-to-back drives, scoring. Defense got to make a stop when we return in 30 seconds at your home for Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the Broncos strike again, 14-7 the score. Here over the Paola Panthers. Panthers have run one offensive play so far through about halfway through this first quarter. Try to kick away. Squib kick, far side, returnable. Up the middle. Just to the near side hash, far side hash rather, and finally bottled up, but across the 30, good return for J.J. Crawford, all the way up across the 30 to the 31, maybe 32-yard lines where the Panthers will start this drive. Well, it was basically old school toss sweep right with student body right. All the wide receivers were over there, so was the running back. Broncos just didn't defend it, and a nice run afterwards for Younger to get the touchdown.
Paola had the numbers on their one carry, so we'll see what they come out with here.
And that's what that play is designed to do, is just put more people over there than they have to defend it and hope for a hole. And once that happens, it's basically the result we saw, a 64-yard touchdown run by Clayton Younger.
You know, numbers in football usually win.
Yep.
If you have more men in one spot.
3 men to the backfield, toss sweep again, play action, little halfback pass, a little trickery by J.D. Troutman and the like. But good pressure coming right up the middle. Bo Gardner helped out by Lucas Golston. Golston stepping in last week. He's kind of come into play for Porter Jones and done a nice job for him.
Very dangerous throw by Troutman. I assume he was throwing it and thinking there's nobody there, but.
So first play incomplete. Now Whitehat calls time here. Reconsidering that play after pass interference call.
You can call intentional grounding. I mean, there was no Paola receiver within 20 yards of the play. He's throwing the ball like a quarterback. So, I mean, it could be.
That's good analysis, partner. I hadn't considered that. I think they're just going to be like, yeah.
I mean, they're also – I mean, I'm not fighting for it, but I would assume that's what they're discussing. They don't care if I'm fighting for it anyway.
Nah. Quarterback again for the Panthers, Tristan Katzer. Didn't mention him on the last play before they took it to the house. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. 2 men in the backfield. Troutman Younger. Turn handoff Troutman. Bottled up and brought down. Good play there defensively to catch him not long into that play for Cooper D'Albini. D'Albini playing some defense. Haven't seen that a whole lot this year.
Got to do what you got to do.
And he'll be making the first play there. So just a gain of 3 for Troutman.
Something to keep an eye on. The Bronco defense was in pretty tight there. Had he pulled it and pitched it, it might have been another big gain.
3rd down and 7. Lone man near side, Jace Curley. Split back field, throw up underneath. He wants Curley, huge cushion by Ryan Paulin, enough for a first down. And that will be a gain of 13 on 3rd down and 7.
You know, coverage was there, but I don't know that they're used to giving this cushion like that with all the other teams we've played this year, so I don't know that that's a big of an issue against Paola.
We'll find out here up to the 48-yard line. Hard count, free 5.
Down on the field. Offsides on the defense.
Broncos been guilty of that a few times. Riley Frank rarely has been that guy, but that time he a little froggy up there on the line right over the ball. Casey O'Neill in there. They brought in D'Albini, maybe an extra person. Carson Royal, it's a 5-6-man front. Kind of a 6-3 with a walk-up safety. There are 11 guys within 8 yards of the ball. Turn handoff Troutman. There's D'Albini again helping on that outside edge. Riley Frank took on 2 guys in the middle. And it ends up being a gain of about 3.
D'Albini is kind of that prototypical high school football end. He's kind of tall. He's lanky. He's got long arms. He can keep that outside arm free.
DN on the far side in this heavy front is Cade Myers on that far side. Quarterback keeper for Katzer, well played, bottled up, brought down. D'Albini again got in there to make that play.
Well done. Maybe they're finding something out this weekend. Now, granted, Paola's a different offense than we've seen. But Ottawa ran the ball a lot too. So.
Yeah, but when you don't say a guy's name all year on one side of the ball and then you say it 3 times in a row,
right? Very true.
First plays of the game. That's odd.
Hey,
just a short
I like
gain
to
there.
see the coaching staff. They're like, hey, we have this talent. How can we use it?
and may need it here against this heavy front. 3rd down and 1 for the Panthers. Katzer, handoff. Troutman. Noah Anderton was there along with some D linemen underneath, but I think he's got enough for the first down. Needed to get to the 42, and he's got up to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 2 and a first down for Troutman.
Honestly, wasn't poorly played by the Bronco defense. Paola just did a really good job.
Clock winds, 4:38 and counting in this first quarter. 14-7 Broncos on top of the Paola Panthers here on the road on the Frontier League. Cats are waiting, looking for the call from the near side.
Kind of an old-fashioned 6-2, right?
Yep, turn a handoff. Troutman again, he'll drop the shoulder and fight forward for a gain of 4. Hard runner is J.D. Troutman. He's going to make you earn it, and it'll be a gain of about, and they'll give him 5 and a 2nd down and 5.
He's a guy you've got to hit low. You can't hit him up at the shoulder pads because he's just going to carry you.
Troutman, 5'9", 175, just a junior. And
there is a flag down on the
Mama
field.
said it's better to say nothing. Can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. But the offsides penalties defensively are epidemic.
My law of averages is not averaging.
Nope. The significance of 5 yards is kind of a dealer's choice. It could be super significant or not at all. Moving for a first down inside the 30. Turn handoff. Troutman again. TFL there. Helped out by Bo Gardner and a host of others, but Keanu, first guy there.
You know, when you're a team like that throws the ball all over the place, like a Blue Valley Southwest, 5 yards is 5 yards. They can throw the ball and get 15 or 20 easily. But against Paola, when you're setting them up at 1st and 5 or 3rd and short, that's huge for a team like them that doesn't throw the ball. 5 yards is a big chunk.
You're going to find out right here at 2nd down and 8. If you can get another stop here and force a 3rd and long, it does. It makes them just a little bit different team than what we've seen over the last few weeks. Younger, Troutman in the backfield. Cats are under center. Option far side, handoff, Troutman dive, and bottled up pretty well once again. They get on you and get you on you in a hurry. You know, I find it interesting the schedule that we play. From Bonner Springs in week 1 to now Paola. I know, grow up in Southeast Kansas, week in and week out, you went against a team that ran trap or a team that ran veer.
Yeah.
That's all you got ready for. But this the Frontier League, everybody's running something a little bit different. They've got their own little strengths, whether they're heavy run or heavy on the pass, and you've got to prepare for each one of those. Broncos have basically rolled out a completely different defense to account for this heavy offense from the Panthers.
Good for them. Good for the coaching staff.
3rd down and 7. Right here, Cats are rolling. Throw it underneath. He wants Curley. Low giving chase, and he is out of the reach. A good run, a good route by Lowe, and a 28-yard strike evens things up momentarily. We'll wait for the PAT.
Yep. Being a cornerback on an island like that, you got to put your inside hand up. You got to at least reach up for the ball. You have to be able to swivel your head to see when the ball's coming and time it and get that hand up there and try to make a play.
4-0.
If you'd have told me this game had 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, I'd have said you're nuts.
Point after attempt forthcoming. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on the way. And it is good. 14 all in this one. Broncos, Panthers putting on a show. We're back in 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontic.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
$14-14 in this one. Broncos and Panthers knotted up. Well, it's been pretty competitive so far, and we expected that to be the case.
Okay, so moving forward, we've seen 3rd and 8. They're willing to throw the ball. What do we need to do on the defensive end, or on the defensive backside? Do we keep him in man coverage, or do we need to go to his zone? What do you think, BJ?
I think you got to pick your poison.
Right, because then you're giving up a possible big run.
Absolutely. We've already seen that too. Near side return. Picking his way through, penalty flags all over the place, and likely going to be holding. We will see what they end up calling on the return there for Jackson Torres. So Broncos will start inside their own territory. Well, good news is Paola defense hasn't found an answer for the Bronco offense either. But
the bad news is the Bronco defense hadn't found an answer for the Paola offense.
Correct. And here we stand. 14 all. Broncos have had a nice mix, pass and run. Last drive ending on that 5-yard run by Colton McKenna. McKenna had a 38-yard catch for a touchdown to begin this one. Well, it would be touchdowns number 17 and 18 on the season. Just into week 6. Turn handoff. McKenna. One guy out in front, it's D'Albini. What in the world? Colton McKenna over the top of number. It just rolls him right over the top. A little power, a little speed, and that time old school.
Lower my shoulder, get out of my way.
And all the way up, it's a 16-yard run by Colton McKenna to get this one started. And about 4 yards after a chest full of helmet from number 5. Now trying to pick his way through up across the 35. Not much there, just a gain of a yard. Track down there for the Panthers, Wade Inman. And it will bring up a second down and 9 for the Broncos. Torres in the slot. Kirkner the wide out to the far side. Anderton will walk up to a wing on the near side. Take the play action, going to the far side, rolling, lets it fly once. Kirkner throws it out, well covered once again.
Is that a flag?
Xander Meinig was out there in coverage. Penalty flag at the line of scrimmage.
Wave the signal once again. Ineligible receiver downfield.
Big fella got downfield a little further.
And Broncos were pointing at them, and I thought, I don't know, guys.
Yeah, you can be downfield if you're on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
So, ineligible man downfield. Wait and see how they work this out. Went on that white hat a little better, Caden. Trying to see if I know who the white hat official is. Maybe not. So they did decline it. That's what we were waiting on to see whether the Panthers would decline that. Good call there, not to let them have a second down and 8 again, or second down and about 13 or 14. Straight drop B-Shore again. Looking down as he had D'Albini in the center. McCannis wide out all by himself, clear over here on the near side. B-Shore trying to run for himself. He's going to be close to a first down. He got stroked on the far sideline. McKenna was wide open here on the near side, but
that would have been a really difficult throw the way he was running opposite field. But he
I think he got the first down.
He is really close.
Yeah, he needed to get up to the 45, 44-yard line, and he did. How about Tyson B-Shore on a third down?
You know that little shimmy, move the hips?
Big play right there from B-Shore.
And honestly, he committed to that run maybe a half second too late. Great job shedding that last tackle.
Big first down run by Tyson B-Shore to keep this one alive. They'll run off right side again, McKenna.
And see, going back to the penalty, I probably would have accepted it to put them behind the chains, personally.
That's a tough one. We'll have to debate that another time. Gain of 4 for McKenna. Boy. Minute 22 to go here in this first quarter. All knotted up. It is the first quarter. What are they working out here?
It's a good question. A little reverse out by the quarterback.
Well played by the Panthers on that one. Tackle made for number 65, Carson Martin. 5'10", 215-pound sophomore.
It's almost like B-Shore when he reversed out. It was almost like a last. something just wasn't quite right about that play. A little unsure.
A loss of
all
4
around.
Play. Backed them up. Rare negative play. 3rd down and 10. Spotted out here for McKenna. Got to block it on the edge. Get down the edge. McKenna looking for the first down. He's got it up near. Well, they stepped him out about a yard before, I think, actually. They said he stepped out just shy of the 43-yard line, 47-yard line. And so I think the Broncos are going to go for it. You got to like your chances to get 1 yard with number 5 in the backfield.
Got to agree. I agree. Bringing Anderton that's a blocking back.
4th down and 1. Quick at it. McKenna. 1st down and more across the 40. Still dragging defenders. He drags out of 1 more at the 30. Got 1 man to beat at the 20. Just can't get out of the reach of Younger, I believe, tracking him down. But Colton McKenna on a 4th down and 1 from the 47-yard line, rather.
That was a great
37-yard run by Colton McKenna.
You felt pretty confident in getting the 1st down, but there was nothing left in the second level.
1st down and goal. Bottled up that time in the backfield. Gathered up and really hog-tied well by the Panthers. Panthers got some size and some ability up front. That time brought down by Eli Richmond, that big fella, 6'3", 270 senior. He's got all the parts. A loss on that one backs him up a little bit.
I'd like to see B-Shore do a little bootleg action. I think if they can do a fake to McKenna, then he could be gone.
Well, we'll find out if they can do that in the second quarter. That's the end of 1. Broncos knocking on the door, trying to take back the lead. It's back and forth tonight. All knotted up at 14 after 1. We're back in 1 minute on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. Caden. Over to Torres, going to catch him on the edge. Catching us late coming out of that break, and luckily don't miss a touchdown, but the Broncos right next to it as we start this second quarter.
Obviously, they have 2 chances to punch it in here.
End up all the way up, ends up getting about 8 yards on that completion to Torres. Broncos knocking on the door. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Handoff. Cut back against the rain. McKenna reaching for it. Touchdown, his 3rd of the game. 2nd on the ground for Colton McKenna from 5 yards, 4 yards out. And the Broncos lead once again.
Good play calling. The play before that, they stretched the field out a little bit to Torres. They stretched it out laterally, and then they're able to go right back to the inside with their stud.
11:27 to play in the first half. Broncos strike again. Ryan Jackson to come on to kick the point after attempt. Snaps back, holds down. The kick is up. And it's good. Broncos lead 21-0. We'll keep it right here as Broncos have come out like gangbusters offensively, Matt. Defensively, guy trying to get that stop, but it's been tick for tack so far in this one.
And that's, this is what Paola wants. They'll just kind of short, just going to grind away at you, and then they'll hit you over the top.
Paola's had at least 2 close ones, including that one last week against Pittsburgh High here at home where they won 19-16. Actually, it was down there at Pittsburgh, so went on the road to win that one against the Purple Dragons. Broncos coming off homecoming last week. You could tell where that maybe did play a little bit of a factor in maybe focus at time early on in that game, but it seems like they got things back. And tonight, Broncos seem to be completely dialed in, but Panthers giving them all they can handle here in the early going of this one. Still got plenty of football yet to play. Coming up next week, Broncos in action as we've got a busy week. Volleyball duel on Tuesday next week with the Broncos hosting Tonganoxie, and then as well as on Thursday, more volleyball coming your way as the Boulder Bulldogs come in to take on the Panthers, and then on the road at Fort Scott next week with the football. So 3 broadcasts on your schedule. Keep up to date on all that at varsitysportslive.com. That full schedule is on there at varsitysportslive.com/Spring Hill. You can see what's coming up for the Broncos in our schedule. Penalty flag on the kickoff return, so this one yet to be determined. That's back-to-back times we've seen that. Panthers
against Paola.
They had returned that one up to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line, but it'll back up there. Pair of volleyball duels next week, and then football at Fort Scott. You'll have that for you. Pregame coverage at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Fort Scott, boys, we might have to.
Southeast Kansas, baby.
Might have to make some plans.
After the penalty, Paola will start this drive first down and 10 from their own 18-yard line.
So all the way back to the 18 is where Paola will start this drive.
Southeast Kansas at one time was football capital of Kansas for a few years.
I was the guy who actually paid for that copyright. The Crawford County CVB, when I was there, I was the guy who paid the lawyers to keep that copyright up. It's been updated so many times that it's forever. Turn, handoff, bounce outside Younger, going low, making that low tackle out there on the edge for the Broncos was Bo Gardner along now, helped out for the Panthers, number 18, Siler Stewart. And Anderton in there as well. Just a gain of a couple for Younger. They'll give him 3 officially. It'll bring up 8, 2nd down and 7. Broncos need to get off the field on 1. Straight drop, looking right all the way, jumped underneath it, bobbled, nearly intercepted. Stewart jumped that one, and then coming right behind him was Kendall Heiss to get in and break that pass up. Heiss on the season, 26 tackles, including 18 solo. He's got 2 tackles for loss and an interception. A pass breakup will add it to his stats right there as it stops the clock with 10:42.
Good work. Good work on the defensive backfield. Also the receiver, you got to catch with your hands. You can't let it come into your shoulder pads.
Opportunity here for the Broncos to take some momentum in this one. Get off the field and out of here on 3rd down. 3rd down and 7. Katzer, straight drop. Looking right, lets it fly, throws it underneath, and Curley's there right underneath Kendall Heiss. Again, just running enough. And needed 7 and was able to get about 9, maybe 12. They give him 12 here, and so
Broncos looked a little out of sorts on that play. They weren't quite sure of their coverage.
A game of moving the chains for both teams so far, up to the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers.
You know, the 6-man front, we talked about a little bit earlier, that's putting a lot on your linebackers and defensive backs.
Clock continues to tick here. Play clock under 10 when they go to the wristbands. 1 man in the slot. They'll pop it out that way, just out of the reach of Xander Meinig. And it'll fall incomplete.
It's probably a good thing. If that ball had a little bit of touch on him, he'd probably still be running because he had a running lane in front of him.
Especially if he could put it out there and let him run.
Let him run underneath it, yep.
And be full head of steam. He was going to be tough. There was not a lot of help out there.
And again, when you've only got
that would have been
6 guys on the defensive line.
That would have magnified everything you just said dramatically had that been completed right there.
And Paola's doing a great job of trying to exploit what Spring Hill's doing.
Stops the clock with 10:04. And 2nd down and 10, just beyond the 30. Kick outside Troutman, trying to catch the edge. Bo Gardner late to get over there. And finally escorted out of bounds, but not before across the 40. And
you know,
Anderton.
Go ahead.
Go, you're fine.
You did a good job. Gardner was just a half a second too late getting there. Like, we strung it out.
You start to wonder as a linebacker, because your mentality is to run downhill as fast as you may have to flatten that just a little bit to be able to give yourself some time because it's stretching out so far. They don't get the free 5. Thought they did. As they thought they got Shuckman to jump off sides on that far side. Another hard count. Casey O'Neill, and this time they will get him. You could probably almost do that all the way down the field for first downs. 22 years of broadcasting. I mean, I've gone years without having 3 of those.
Right.
3 or 4 in a year. There's 3 in this one so far for the Broncos. Got to get that under control. It's just too damaging and too easy for the defense, or offense rather, than to pick up those first downs.
Well, the defensive line shouldn't even be listening to anything other than their own guys. They've got to focus on the ball. That's really all you need to look at.
First down and 5. Just shy of midfield. Handoff bottled up. Breaks through a few, keeps those feet churning, and ran up across midfield up to the 45-yard line on the run by Younger, a gain of 7 rather.
Younger with the carry, tackle number 45, Bo Gardner. 7-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Panther.
He runs hard. They had it bottled up initially, just not enough help at the second level. They'll flip Gardner and Anderton.
The offensive tackle and TFL just gave each other a high five.
There you go.
Competitors.
Let's do it again. First down and 10. This time bottled up, brought down TFL, high five, and got his work done. Coming down from that far side DN to make that play. That's a lot of times that's where that help's got to come. It's going to be blocked at the point of attack. How quick can the backside get down to get those plays? That time well done, just a gain of 1.
Yeah. Rarely does one guy make the play. Rarely.
Second down and 9. Just under 9 minutes to play in this first half. Been a good one so far tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live. Broncos need a stop. Got a hold serve.
I like how they're moving TFL around from side to side. He's playing a little bit of each side. They've got to account for him.
Play action, rolling, down that sideline's wide open. And just last minute, same dude.
You know, the difference in this one and then the earlier one is our defensive back didn't turn his head. He just put his hands straight up in the air, didn't turn his head.
It was a good play. I'm going to give credit to him, though, for throwing those hands up. Siler Stewart,
I agree.
Gotten beat, recovered. Otherwise, that's a touchdown easily.
For sure, yes.
Make them earn it here. But
I agree.
It's a tough break there for the Broncos, and it will move them all the way up inside the 30 to the 29-yard line here with 8:37 to go in the first half. And so Paola driving. Helped out. That was almost identical location of that other PI, the football karma gods. Sometimes karma comes back quickly, and sometimes it takes a while. This one was instant. Katzer, option, kick. Wants Troutman. Got outside once again. Gardner's going to have a hard time tracking him down. And Bo Gardner, great between the tackles. Outside on that edge, it's going to be hard for him to keep tracking down Troutman. That time another big gain, a gain of 11 yards for Troutman and a first down.
So this is something that we need to correct. Probably it's going to have to wait till half. This is probably an alignment thing because the angles that he's taking is a little bit too sharp. He's going to have to flatten his angle a little bit out, and you want him to cut back into your help. You don't want him to get outside of you.
Moves to chains first down inside the 15-yard line at the 14. Out of bounds, stop the clock, 8:29. Younger the fullback, Troutman the tailback, Katzer the quarterback. Handoff, Troutman, quick hitter. Nearly brought down, breaks off one tackler, loads up to drag the defender in. Heist not able to get there, but it's a good gain of 13 yards and a first and goal at the 1 next. He's kind of cut from that Bruisman vein a little bit. And Katzer will drive it into the end zone for his 6th touchdown run of the year on the quarterback keeper for 1 yard. And the Panthers strike again. We've had 3 straight offensive possessions and 3 straight scores from each team here in this one. PAT forthcoming for the Panthers.
And Troutman's got some of the Southeast Kansas bloodlines.
He does.
Tough kid.
Kick is up, and it's good. 21 all. Just under 9 to play in the first half. We've got a good one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching it on Spring Hill Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
All, 8:16 to play in this first half. We've had a good one so far here tonight. Both offenses doing what they want. Defense is trying to battle. Short kick, Jackson Torres, near side return. If it gets blocked, he'll have a good one. Well played, penalty. Oh, that's the tee, rather.
That's the tee, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna fall. It's not going to feel very good if you fall down on top of it.
No.
All the way up to the 40-yard line, so the Broncos will have pretty good field position.
That's a tough one. Like Torres kind of tried to cut up, but I don't think that's really where they're expecting him to go.
Special teams tackle to number 11.
So Broncos will start this one.
Brody Leno.
At the 40-yard line. Patrick Stump with the carry. Giving a taste of their own medicine with Troutman, and good run for Stump of a gain of 8 on first down all the way up near midfield.
I really like watching him run. Just the effort and the intensity with which he runs. It kind of reminds me of Pacheco for the Chiefs a little bit. Just that intensity, like, please hit me. I don't want to go out of bounds.
I think he'd probably take that compliment. An 8-yard run for Stump, and he'll get it again, or McKenna rather, on this one, and he'll pick up 6 yards on second down to bring up a first down for the Broncos inside Panther territory. So first down and 10 for the 46-yard line. Near side Stump. Little stutter step driving forward across the 35, still on his feet, leaning for the 30-yard line, and a good run. It's 16 yards on first down for Patrick Stump.
He's doing his best Colton McCannon impression there. They had him by the ankles. He ripped his leg free and just kept chugging along.
First down up to the 30.
Again is number 20, Cooper Stangefield.
Stump and McKenna again. McKenna bounce outside. Little stutter step inside, down the sidelines. Now picks his way back through. They're going to say just stepped out of bounds, maybe barely. Just beyond the 15-yard line, so a 15-yard, maybe 16-yard run for McKenna. They're picking him up in chunks right now. Too easy for the Broncos.
Good cut, even though it was just right on the sideline. It was still a great cut.
First down to 10 from the 14. Stump makes one guy miss, makes another guy miss. It's just like little slidey, if I had to describe it. Sometimes he just kind of slides off those. It's a different
like
look. Leaning and slidey.
It's hard to explain. It's like he's svelte.
So he picks up 6, though, real easily for us to say. Going the other way, McKenna. No, B short kept that boot. You called it. He'll take it to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos.
I think that's exactly what we needed to see.
8-yard plunge by Tyson B. Shore on a quarterback keeper, and the Broncos strike again.
Love to see him utilizing the quarterback run game.
We got ourselves, came for a football game, got a little track meet going on out here tonight.
They're going to be exhausted.
Doing it on the ground mostly for both teams, although there have been some key passes here or there, including a couple passing touchdowns from these two teams. Kick by Jackson is good. 28 21, 6:41 to play in the first half. Broncos up by a score. Can they hold defensively? We'll see when we return in 30 seconds on your home for Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe in downtown Spring Hill is that rare mix of hometown charm and uptown style. At The Bean, they brew the finest cup of coffee, tastiest teas, and most refreshing smoothies and frappes around. The Bean is proud to serve delicious, handmade pastries by Scratch KC, and they have the best breakfast, lunch, and convenient grab-and-go options in town. Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe, downtown Spring Hill.
Broncos lead at 28-21, 6:41 to play here in this one. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo here from Paola. Make sure you keep up to date with everything going on VarsitySportsLive.com, VarsitySportsLive/Spring Hill to get all the games coming up for the Broncos. 2 volleyball duels next week and a football game on Friday on Spring Hill Sports Live. Kickoff, they're finally going to kick it to Troutman on the far side return. And well played. This will make them earn it a little bit, keep it deeper, all the way back just beyond the 20. The last drive they had did start at their own 18. They still managed to score.
Got a little more air under the ball. That one allowed the kick coverage team to get downfield, make the play a little bit easier. So we've talked about defense. So we've been in a 6-man front. We'll see what they come out here. Looks like not quite sure yet.
Yeah, Broncos have gone big up front to go with that big up front for the Panthers, but it's leaving a little susceptible on the edge. Toss sweep near side. We'll see it right out of the gate here, almost on cue. Probably should have given that analysis, partner. Younger. Kendall Heiss trying to hog tie him all the way down to the 10-yard line. A 68-yard run. 68-yard run by Younger. And another quick start drive all the way down inside the 10-yard line. They're knocking on the door, 1st and goal at the 10. You talked about that 6-man front. Gives them a lot of inside, but what's it do on the edge?
But you're susceptible to the big play. I feel like right now it's something, this is where we start doing the trial and error. We got a lot of time left in this quarter.
68-yard by Younger. He's already got another big 60-yard run. This time Troutman will get it. He'll be hit and brought down. Bo Gardner wrangling him there close to the 5-yard line. Carson Royal as well. And it's a gain of 4. Maybe, bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 6. Big play. First play offensively of the game. The Panthers took right up on the edge, 64 yards. And this time, Younger doubles it and then some. A 68-yard run, doesn't get the payoff, but Panthers hoping to do so. 2nd down and goal, handoff Troutman. Stumbled. Turf Monster got him.
Sure did.
It's a no gain on the play. They do give him back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Boy, if you get a half stop here, although I'm not sure they would kick a field goal.
I would say they've got 2 downs the way I'm looking at it. Their kickers made all the extra points.
3rd down and goal from the 6. Cats are trying that free 5. Hard count. They'll walk back up there. Plenty of time on the play clock. Younger, the only man in the backfield. They'll give it to him. Bottled up. Anderson's there underneath, making that play underneath. The big play for them was Cade Myers.
So you got up underneath. You got to think they're probably going to go for it. What defense do you come out in, Coach Harris?
Load it up.
Load it up.
Make them beat you on the edge, I guess. That may be what they do here. 4th down and goal to 4. Katzer, try that hard count. Again, they'll look to the sideline. Ended up giving about 1.5 yards on that run. Big play here. Coach Smith going to talk about it. He wants to discuss a 4th down and goal from the 4. We've got a pivotal play in the first half of this one. We'll see what they do when we return in 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live. Pretty pivotal play of the game right here as the Bronco defense saunters out onto the field on a 4th down and goal from the 4. It's set up on a 1st and goal from the 9 after a 68-yard run by the Panthers.
Clayton Younger.
He's looking for a first name, not the last name. And Younger set him up here. And it took him 3 plays to go 5 yards. And now they're looking at a 4th down and goal from the 4. What do they do here? Katzer will settle under center. Oh, going the other direction. Play action pass. Penalty flag comes in. Looks like it could be holding where the flag sits. A very well designed play.
Love the play call. It's not really that different from what we were talking offline. We were talking about a run, but it's the same concept.
Yep, going backside. They're going to call holding against the Panthers. This is a killer. And
the lineman pleading his case.
Yep.
As he should.
So this should be from the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 14 once they get this sorted out. Still arguing. I mean, if he talks him out of this, that'll be impressive. A young attorney
and
out
unheard
there.
of.
Maybe he's just explaining to him what he did. And so,
I've had
holding.
Enough.
That'll back him up. That'll get the hometown crowd a little. Had that crowd mic muted this whole time. Not sure why. There they are. Student section goading them just a little bit for the Spring Hill Broncos from the other side. And this is going to be a little tougher here. A holding penalty backs them up.
They're not quite sure what they want to do.
Play
Definitely need to watch the they're going to try to do the hard count for sure.
Now the Broncos a little late to get off the field. Kate Myers jumps off the field. 4th down and goal from the 14. Right in the middle. Throw it up. Intercepted by Holden Lowe. Holden Lowe probably should have went down.
Probably should have went down, but hey.
But an interception's an interception. The Broncos are going the other direction.
I'm not sure what they're so upset about. I was watching the end zone.
You don't want to know. So an interception by Holden Lowe, and it puts them all the way up into the Broncos. We'll take it back over. Panthers are frustrated and out of sorts. There was a little maybe some shenanigans back with the quarterback after the play, but it's only illegal if you get caught, right? So the Broncos, the first turnover of the game, stops that drive in the first hold serve of the game. Broncos have been trading points. Now Spring Hill needs to put together a nice drive. Here's Colton McCann right up the middle, pushing defenders across the 20, up inside, beyond the 20 to the 22-yard line.
How important was that touchdown saving tackle on Clayton Younger? That is the key from that whole thing. He ran it.
Here's Stumpf. Another hard run. All the way, another gain of 12 yards. And the Broncos moving the ball. There's a penalty flag coming in right at the point of attack. A hard run, but it'll likely. I missed that one, actually. I wasn't paying much attention. And it doesn't matter. A holding penalty going to be called against the Broncos. So the Broncos going to look at a holding penalty. This will back them up 10 more yards. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 20.
At this point right now, everybody's getting a little heated. Everybody's getting fired. I think the most important thing the Broncos can do, one, score, two, keep the ball.
Yeah.
Keep the ball. This is your under 4-minute drill right now.
And finish this drive here if you can. Be sure. Spotted out McKenna. Full speed ahead for Colton McKenna. Gets his shoulders going forward. He'll get back a good chunk of the penalty yardage and then some. Or all the penalty yardage and then some. It's a gain of 14.
Nice, simple throw for B-Shore. Get it to your best player. Let him work.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Much more manageable here inside 3 minutes to play in the first half. Broncos and the Panthers. Handoff, McKenna. Again, patience in the backfield. Driving forward. He's got the first down up near the 45-yard line. Did he get it? He did. The patience and the push up front from the Bronco O-line, getting the first down up to the 45-yard line.
Just driving off that back foot, getting that extra yard. Huge, huge.
Panthers take a timeout, trying to stop this momentum from the Broncos. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the 45 when we return in 30 seconds on your home for Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
First down and 10 from the 45-yard line for the Broncos. 2:45 to play in the first half. Spring Hill trying to take a 2-score lead. Can again, following D. Albini through the hole and up, and another big run from McKenna. It's another gain of 14 yards for Colton McKenna. Back-to-back 14-yard runs for McKenna.
Love to see the offensive line, BJ, just grind it out there.
And your tight end.
I'm including the tight end in the offensive line.
Fair enough. Going the other direction. B-Shore wanted to go lay a block. McKenna, again, should have been tackled for a loss of 3. Ends up picking up 5.
I would say B-Shore was more of a pick.
He thought about it, and then he knew it wasn't really make a big difference, I think. Panthers do have an injured player. It's a gain of 4 for McKenna on that run. I guess he got a catch for 14 and then a run for 14, and now a run for 5. The injured Panther getting tended to. 10 football games going on across our network of channels at varsitysportslive.com. You can watch games from the Lewisburg Wildcats, Paola Panthers, Baldwin Bulldogs, the Tonganoxie Chieftains, Eudora Cardinals, Spring Hill Broncos.
That's right.
Girard Trojans, Columbus Titans, Baxter Springs Lions, and Galena Bulldogs. All at varsitysportslive.com. We'll do over 400 broadcasts this year. And
tempting to take over
lots
of Eastern
action.
Kansas sports.
Well, it's been up on the block a couple times. I've passed. They're working out the injured player. That is, as they get up, going to be J.J. Crawford. Said his name a couple of times. He will trot off the field, gingerly, I will say. Paola Band getting warmed up for the halftime. We've got the Michael Grant halftime show coming your way in just a moment. We'll recap this first half, take a look at some numbers that we can put together here. Walk you around the area of some scores, some of those teams we just mentioned. On a 2nd down and 6, just beyond the 35 to the 36-yard line for the Broncos. Drive that started inside their own 20. About a minute and a half ago, throw it over the middle. Ryan Jackson with the catch, first down, up to the 20-yard line. It's a 20 15-yard strike.
That little post is really hard to defend. That was really well thrown by Beshore. Hit him right in stride.
That throw and that little flare pass or flat pass to McKenna that got him running full speed, those have been put right where they need to be for Beshore.
For sure.
Playing a really good game. The junior quarterback, his second year starting. Handoff. This is times it's Jackson Torres. Turns the edge, lowers his shoulder, inside the 5-yard line. It's a 15-yard run for Jackson Torres. Call it 16 and first and goal for the Broncos at the 4. They're getting it.
They're, good diversity, too. They're not just grinding McKenna. We've seen Stump carry the ball. We've seen him throw it.
Getting it in chunks. Runs of 13, 18, pass of 14, run of 14, pass of 20, run of 16. I mean, they're getting it in chunks right now with the Broncos. Handoff, McKenna looking for touchdown number 4 of the night. Driving 4 line. Give one for the O-line. How about it? Touchdown, Broncos.
Look at that.
Touchdown, Broncos.
We'll give that to 5 guys.
I was getting ready to find a good way to say it. That is like a thank you offensive line. Drive me in.
Broncos held serve and made them pay. Drive started inside the 20. They went down the field in just over 2 minutes. And a 2-minute drive to die for there for the Broncos. Ryan Jackson had a catch on that drive. Now a penalty flag comes down. This might be another chance at it. They call false start.
That's probably a good false start because that kick would have been blocked. So
it would have.
Procedure against the kicking team.
So they're going to get another chance at it. It'll stay right here. McKenna's 4th touchdown of the game. Second attempt for Jackson is up, and it is good. 35-21 your score. Broncos ahead by 2 scores. We'll see if they can keep it going when we return. Got to keep them out from having a big play in the final minute, 43. We'll see if we can when we return in 30 seconds on your home for Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
(35-21) Broncos.
We'll have to see when they line up.
Lead it here over the Paola Panthers. It was 7-0, then 7-7, 14-7, 14-all, 21-20, or 21-14, then 21-all. The Broncos have scored the last 2 unanswered. It goes out of bounds just barely before the goal line, and so this will be good field position for the Panthers. Could go back and look at it. I reckon we could probably bring it up on our. You know the number? You don't know the number. We're trying to find out, and I said it when it was happening, but I don't remember what I said. But we're thinking one of our early nominations for plays of the game will be the touchdown saving tackle Matt's saying from Younger, because he had broken out. It looked like it was over.
I thought it was gone.
Some closing speed came down and got him. Thinking it's holding low, perhaps. Or you had.
Can also be Valerie. I'm not sure.
Perhaps we'll have to go back and watch the replay on that one to figure out who it was. But that was a big one because a couple plays later, then an interception. The Broncos turned that into 7 points.
There's also Siler Stewart out there.
Coach Smith out of sorts. He'll use his final timeout. We'll go ahead and take it as well. We're back at 30 seconds. Broncos trying to hold on here and go to halftime up by 2 scores. We'll see if they can do it when we return right after this on Spring Hill Sports.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Panthers running with it, coming out right out of the timeouts. First down and 10. They have it at the 35-yard line. This will be a gain of 7.
Now we did make the running back cut inside on that one.
Gain of 7, second down.
Meinig the carry.
42-yard line.
So second down and 3.
Back to a 5-man front.
Kendall Heiss made that tackle. I just watched it. Oh, big play there.
Good
right
play.
Down the barrel. Made there by big number 54, Logan Alexander. He's been a nice stalwart, nice addition to that D-line for the Broncos this year. Just a gain of 1.
Gain of 1. It's now third down and 2. 43-yard line.
Just a gain of 1 to bring up a third down inside 50 seconds. This might be the final play of this first half. Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show coming your way. Throw it down and looking for Meinig. It'll fall incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 36 seconds. Broncos, I believe, have all their timeouts remaining. 36 seconds on a fourth down. Now you make them play it.
What do you do here? Do you punt it? Do you go for it? Do you try to just keep the ball and get out of the half unscathed for Paola any worse? Looks like they're going to punt it.
Broncos adjusting. Ryan Paul will come in. Bo Gardner goes out. First punt of the game for either team.
I was thinking about that a few minutes ago, that we haven't seen a punt yet.
That's correct. They will kick it away from Ryan Paul, and it will bounce and take a little time off the clock as well. Clock continues to tick. 24.5 seconds to play. Broncos with 2 scores, likely going to take a knee here.
I would agree.
And go to the locker room feeling pretty good. This has been a real competitive game from the word go, back and forth. It's gone throughout this entire ball game, but now here we sit going to the locker room. Broncos probably feeling pretty good about themselves, up 35-21. 24.5 seconds to play. To get an update on that K-State score, I know hopefully there's a few of you watching Broncos with one eye and the Cats with the other perhaps tonight as they
got the dueling TVs.
Travel down to Stillwater to take on the Cowboys. Broncos look like they're going to run a play. 24.5 seconds to play. We're waiting on the white hat. He'll set it. Little spot pass out for Torres. He was thinking about that epic run he was about to make.
I think so too.
He's like, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to make this guy miss, and then I'm going to spin. I'm going to make that guy miss, and then I'm going to run it. But that one part right before that.
This would just be
real
just
important.
like Madden.
Yeah, real important is the catch part. That's what they were trying to do, is get your athlete in open field and let him go make a play. It wasn't there, and so now they will go to victory and take that knee. Broncos are going to lead it by 14 as we go to the break. They had to earn every bit of it. Plenty to talk about here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. When we return, we'll do just that. Recap this exciting first half. Get you ready for second half action when we return in 3 minutes. This is the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Welcome back out here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. BJ Harris, Caden Carbajo, Matt Jones here from Paola as the Broncos lead it here at the break by the score of 35-21. As you see there on your screen, the Broncos back and forth here in this one. Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Service. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and to protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in downtown Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Be sure you tell Mike you heard about us. Heard about him right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. He'll get a real kick out of that. Well, here's how we got to where we are in this one. The Broncos would take the ball to begin this game, so they would have the opening drive, and they'd make pretty quick work of it as they would go 5 plays, 64 yards, capped off on a 38-yard Colton McCann touchdown catch. The first score of the game with 10:05 to play in the first quarter. Broncos lead 7-0 after a Ryan Jackson point after attempt. Panthers, though, they would make even quicker work as they would get the ball at their own 36-yard line, and Clayton Younger would go 64 yards to the house for a touchdown. 9:45 to play first quarter. It's all knotted up at 7 apiece. Broncos would get it back, though. They put together a really good drive. They've had several of those tonight. A 9-play drive capped off at a 5-yard Colton McCann run. 14-7 with 6:51 to play in the first quarter. But Panthers, not to be denied, they would go back to work. 6:44 to go. They take the ball, and they would put together a 9-play drive, capped off this time on a 16-yard pass completion to Curley. A 28-yard pass completion to Curley. With 2:38 to play in the second quarter, it was all knotted up at 14 apiece. Spring Hill, though, right back to work. This time they would go 9 plays again, this time capped off on a 4-yard touchdown run by Colton McCann. 11:27 to play in the first half. Broncos lead it at that point 21-14. But right back at it, Paola started their own 18-yard line. They drive it all the way down the field, eventually capping it off on a 1-yard run by the quarterback, Katzer, as Tristan Katzer plunged in from 1 yard. But on that drive, they had runs of 16 yards by Younger, runs of 16 yards as well. Runs of 13 yards by Troutman, and runs of 11 yards by Troutman back-to-back. I mean, he really got going on that drive, and they were able to punch it in. 21-21 years of score right there with 8:23 to play in the first half. But the Broncos, 6 plays later, this time a 8-yard touchdown run by quarterback Tyson Beshore with 6:38 to go in the first half. The Broncos would lead it once again, 28-21. This is where they would hold serve, though, the first time, and the Panthers did not score on a drive as they took over at their own 22 with 6:33 to go. A 68-yard run on the first play by Clayton Younger would put them first and goal at the 9-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle by Kendall Heiss might be the difference there, as 3 plays later, an interception thrown by Katzer to Holden Lowe. His second interception of the season for Lowe. And the Broncos able to convert that touchdown, or that interception rather, into another touchdown as they go 8 plays, and cap it off with a 4-yard touchdown run by Colton McKenna, his 4th of the half. More numbers to come your way in just a moment on the halftime show. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back, take a look at those halftime stats, get you some scores around the area as well. All that and more still to come on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health, because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stos with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Talk or just let it go.
Welcome back here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. BJ Harris, Matt Jones here, and Caden Carbajo as the Broncos do lead here at the half, 35-21 over the Paola Panthers. As you look at that, the Broncos have come back after being back and forth in this one to hold serve and take a 2-score lead here at the break. Halftime numbers in this one, Colton McKenna, the biggest stat, of course. I've got him for 20 carries for 154 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. He also has 2 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown. In case you're keeping track at home, that's 206 all-purpose yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half of football. Pretty good start for Colton McKenna.
I think they'll take it.
They will take it. Matt's going to take a look at some area scores here on the halftime show. And we're just about 8 minutes away from the second half starting in this one. The Broncos and the Panthers, 35-21. Spring Hill leads it. What else we got going on around the area, partner?
Well, one of the biggest games we got Lewisburg right now, 22-15 in the third quarter over Tonganoxie. Eudora is all over Schlegel, 60-0. Ottawa all over Bonner Springs, 37-0. Columbus is down big to Colgan, 46-7. Our outside the box game of the week, Oklahoma State up 20-7 over the Cats. That's a tough one, Caden. That's not something a lot of people saw coming. So I think sounds like K-State's offense is struggling in that one. So we're moving on. Second half coming up, Caden, for the Broncos. What do we need to do defensively to keep this going?
We're going to stop Clayton Younger and Troutman.
Absolutely. They're two-headed monster. We got to get them stopped.
Yeah.
This is going to be unique what they're doing in the locker room now. They came out in a 6-2, which is kind of unique at high school football at this level. They've got to stop the inside run. We can drop a guy. We can go to a 5-3. We can go to a 4-4. But then what do we give up if we take that man off the line of scrimmage?
Right, I mean, you're giving up a lot of yards to those backs.
Right, yeah, exactly. We can get those running backs and all of a sudden have all these clear lanes to go. So the defense is going to have to come out, and they're going to have to confuse them a little bit, and they're going to have to make them work for every yard. They can't just stay in the same defense. They've got to be able to mix it up and mix and match and keep Paola on their toes. And might give up a play here and there, but we can't just give up that ground and pound moving straight down the field. That said, right now, we're up 2 touchdowns. That's a good spot to be in any game, up 2 touchdowns at half. So we're going to have to keep doing it offensively, and we're going to have to come out and confuse them a little bit on defense.
I mean, the game plan is really never the same. I mean, you always have to mix it up for each quarter, each half.
That's right.
It's never really the same.
That's right. It's funny, at school this week, one of the students said, hey, why do they keep yelling things at the line of scrimmage? I said, well, they're calling an audible. They're changing the play. He said, what's that mean? I said, okay, well, you like board games. He said, you play games like Risk. I said, it's like a game of war. I said, they go back and forth, and they do something, then you do something, then they do something, then you do something. And he goes, so he goes, they're just changing their strategy. I said, that is absolutely right. He goes, oh, I still don't get it, but this is fun. So, it's the same thing. It sounds like a game, which it is, but they're just constantly going back and forth and trying to keep the others on their toes.
Right. I always talk about like in PlayStation. You always have your plays that you go to, like the X, the O's, and the square. It's always different shapes. You're not always just pressing the one shape.
Right.
And maybe I know that's just a video game, but
it's applicable. It's seeing what they're giving you and what you can do to confuse them. It's like that in any sport, wrestling, basketball, soccer. You're always trying to confuse your opponent and keep them on their toes.
Exactly.
We're looking at the second 3. Both teams are back on the field for warm-ups, so we are going to go to a commercial break. You are watching Spring Hill Broncos at Paola Panthers on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Back out here one final time on the Michael Grant Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Garbajo. Wrapping up the halftime show. Broncos do lead it here at the break, 35-21 over the Paola Panthers in this Frontier League duel. The Broncos and the Panthers. Broncos started this game with the ball, so Paola will get a first crack at it. I think it's probably pretty crucial if you're looking at this thing from the Paola standpoint, as you really felt like the things were kind of going your way. You didn't really know in that first half because everybody's just going back and forth, but then the Broncos broke through. If you want to get back into this game right now, because so far the Broncos defense has proven they can stop the Paola Panthers, albeit modestly, but so far the Panthers have not stopped the Bronco offense, so the only way they're going to get back into this if they have a chance to score right here.
Yeah, this is a must score for Paola.
A sideline warning to begin things against the Panthers, so it doesn't really affect much, although it could play a factor later if they get another one.
That's one of those penalties that's kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of like an offsides penalty at the 1 yard line. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Jackson to tee it up. They kicked it deep to Troutman the last time they did kick it to him and covered pretty well. They will do the same, cook it a little bit, make him move for it. It'll bounce at the 5, fielded at the 2. Plenty of time for the team to come down and cover. Holding low, giving chase, or rather it was Cade Myers. Good job there on the point of attack. Cade Myers will finally get him out of there. But that play was all done for the Broncos by Siler Stewart.
Good job breaking him down.
Yeah, good play.
Slowed his momentum.
He was on an island by himself.
You know, a guy like Troutman, you got to stop his forward momentum. I feel like he's got a decent cut, but he doesn't have a Colt mechanic cut. Right. So if you can stop him from going downhill, you can tie him up.
So this will start at their own 22-yard line. Two tight ends, fullback Younger, tailback is Troutman. Hard count. Hook to the wristband. Hand off Troutman. Bust off one tackle. Anderson's there, along with Stewart and Bo Gardner. He will get him 4 yards, though, and just so quick to the line of scrimmage. It's Troutman. He gets 4, and it'll bring up a second down and 6.
Looks like, they're still in a 6-man front. Looks like their alignment is a little, their spacing is a little bit different. Looks like they're a little wider. That could be based on Paola. It could be the coaches kind of trying to stretch them out a little bit, which would make sense.
It would. There's certainly room for some halftime adjustments based on how they've played that so far. Broncos do remain in that 6-man front. But it's kept things in front of them except for a few big plays once they get past that first level. Play it come this way. They will kick it to Troutman out on the edge. He's got the first down and finally knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but not before a gain of 12 Make it 13 for Troutman.
Stewart just got tied up just for a half second. It's like he took that step up and wishes he could have taken that little lateral step first.
They get him 12, nope, now 11. First time they put that down, that was at the 41. Now it's at the 39. Clock stop at 11:03. I'd have a hard count every snap. Curley the wide out to the near side. Younger. He'll get the quick hitter up the middle. Oh, man, he was stopped at no point. Noah Anderton just got the ball away, and he's taking it the other direction. I've never seen anything like that in my life. He just ripped the ball right out of his hand.
And we got a horse collar tackle on top of it, it looks like.
It took it the other way. He first stopped entire momentum, dead in his tracks.
Right.
Said, well, since we're here,
I'm going
go
to
ahead
take the
and
ball.
take that from you.
It's like he stole his lunchbox and said, try to catch me.
What in the world? Noah Anderton, our player of the game a week ago. He was homecoming king on a night when he went off as well, both offensively and defensively. And now, no doubt about it, he will pick up. I've been dying to do this all night. Our absolute painting play of the game goes once again to Noah Anderton.
What a heads-up play.
First he stopped him dead in his tracks. That would have been enough for me right there. He had a full set of steam, and then he was completely stopped. One-on-one, met in the hole, and Noah Anderton won that one, and he will most thanks. First down and goal at the 1-yard line. Handoff, McKenna, touchdown, number 5.
Touchdown run from 1 yard out, number 5, Colton McKenna.
Colton McKenna from 1 yard out.
It's not very many times you could say, oh, the touchdown there was great, but my gosh, the play that set that touchdown up.
Thievery. Paola PD has been notified, and APB is out for Noah Anderton as he has committed larceny here tonight. Broncos have scored 3 unanswered and have taken control of this one. Snap back, kick up from Ryan Jackson. Woo! We're going to catch our breath. Broncos lead it 42-21 here with the Paola Panthers on the road in the Frontier League, and they're doing it in fine style. We're back at 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Looking in live, the student faithful making the short trip down 169 Highway to come root on the Broncos, and they're getting a show here. 42-21. Broncos have doubled up the Panthers after this thing was knotted up at 21 apiece in the second quarter. And now the Broncos lead at 42-21. A Noah Anderton fumble, strip fumble. Fielded on the far side, and he stepped out of bounds just on that side. So that worked out perfectly for the Broncos inside the 25.
It's a little bit of frustration by the Panthers, rightly so. Just starting to make some mental mistakes. Defense really needs to capitalize here. Keep their momentum going. Be assignment sound. Don't want anything to get chippy out there right now.
Colt McKenna with 5 touchdowns. We might actually have to give him our Player of the Game award. He's forced our hand one week. We've denied it of him a few times.
Can we give him the player of the first half of the season?
Yeah, he's got that already. Straight drop, Katzer. He wants Curley, and he makes the catch. Does Curley all the way up to the 43-yard line, so a 20-yard completion.
Great throw and catch. Well-thrown ball. Receiver ran right underneath it, and the coverage was really there. It was just a really well-played ball.
16-yard completion, 20-yard completion to 16. Katzer. So on 1st and 10 just inside their territory. Option near side. Getting nobody out here. Ryan Paul going to have to break down on Troutman. Drag him down, but not before a gain of nearly 10 inside Bronco territory up to the 44-yard line. 43.
Troutman looking a little gimpy there, kind of favoring that ankle. He's worked hard tonight.
So 2nd down and 1. I can't wait to go home and watch that play. Nice play there. It was stood up initially on the first contact right in the middle of the hole by Riley Frank, spun around. And then Bo Gardner coming to help out. But that started with Frank making contact at the line of scrimmage. They do get the first down. That'll move up to the 41-yard line, 1st down and 10. A heck of a way to start the second half for the Broncos. Straight drop, Katzer again. He's going to try to float one to Curley down the sidelines and out of reach.
Well played by Paul. He's running with him step for step.
Stops the clock with 9:17. Broncos back in action next Friday night. Make the trip down to Bourbon County to take on the Fort Scott Tigers. Pregame coverage will start at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll have a fresh belly full of what? Sharkies hub down there is pretty good.
It's getting pretty close to chicken country.
I was going to say, if we added just 30 or 40 minutes to our day, we might go pick up some fried chicken.
That's not a bad idea.
I'd probably arrange for some to meet us in Fort Scott if I'm really doing well.
I could probably too. I know a couple of people.
Straight drop, Cats are looking. TFL giving chase. He'll flush him to the near side, and Cats are just going to step out of bounds and lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Might have an interesting cheering section there next week, and I'm sure some of our friends will come up and watch the Broncos and listen to us, right?
Sure.
Maybe Grandma and Grandpa.
Steps it down right at the line of scrimmage on the scramble there by Katzer, so no gain. It brings up 3rd down and 10.
Dropping out of the 6-man front, going to 5, putting an extra linebacker.
And a timeout going to be taken. Panthers a little out of sorts. Play clock was down to 1. They'll have to talk about this 3rd down and long when we return. Broncos take full control over this one with a stop here. We'll see if they can do it when we return in 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Right.
42-21, Broncos ahead. 3rd down and 10 for the Panthers from the 41-yard line inside Bronco territory. Tied into the far side. 2 men in the backfield on 3rd down and 10. Straight drop. Pressure coming. TFL flushed again. Now Carson Royal gives chase. Throw it underneath. He's going to catch it. Just beyond the 30 up to the 28-yard line, so it's a 13-yard completion.
13-yard gain on the play.
And a first down.
Well thrown ball.
Curley's been their biggest challenge on the edge. Really the only guy they've had much threat on the passing game has been Curley, and Ryan Paul has had most duty on him. It's just been a tough battle over there, and a 13-yard completion picks up a first down. Panthers have had some big chunk plays in this game, and they've ground a few drives out as well. Handoff Troutman, big hold, nothing doing. Got past the first level and touchdown. A 28-yard strike from Troutman.
Broncos had done pretty well at that point, but that we go back to the pros and cons of different defensive concepts. That's the thing, give up. If you don't stop them at the first level, you're exposed. But it's worked pretty well for the Broncos all night, so it's hard to argue with their strategy. So I'll take it. I'll take what we've had so far.
It works because you're not getting chunk yardage. You're making them earn a little bit, but then when that does come, that's the result. We've
Correct.
seen big runs of 68. That one came almost as I was talking about those because, again, like you said, once it gets to the second level, there's not a lot of support and not a tremendous amount of speed in the back end either.
That said, we've done a good job, for the most part, of stopping them at the point of contact.
Correct. 28-42, Broncos still in control of this one, but the Panthers go down and answer. We're back at 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Broncos stop the first drive of the second half of the Panthers with a turnover forced by Noah Anderton, turn it into a touchdown. The next drive, though, a beauty. Ends up going 7 plays and 88 yards, or 78 yards, rather. And a good play on special teams to boot as Holton Lowe just barely to get it up to the 21-yard line, so that's where Spring Hill will start this drive.
Special teams tackler number 10, Jasper Logan.
Got to be careful here. You don't want to get conservative right now. You got a lot of game time left, but you also don't want to be greedy and make a big mistake.
A 28-yard touchdown run by J.D. Troutman. Now the Broncos trying to answer back here with 8:51 to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of game to play. Broncos will start at their own 21-yard line. Hand off, McKenna, bounce outside. And brought down by the shoulder up near the 25-yard line. A hard 4 there for Colt McKenna.
There's a lot of effort into that 4 yards.
Gain of 4. Call it 3, second down, 7 from 24.
Out will go to Anderton.
25,
2 wide receivers to each side, Kirkner and Dialbini. Dialbini, the wide out to the far side. Near side in the slot is Torres and Ryan Jackson. McKenna, the lone man in the backfield to the left of Tyson Beshore. Play action, they'll spot it out for Torres. Got to get a block, Jackson does. Torres got to make a guy miss. Stiff arm at the 30, still on his feet. Backtracks just a little bit, and he'll fall forward near a first down, up near the 31-yard line. That stiff arm able to get enough separation. And Jackson just able to get enough of the defender to keep him off of it.
There's all sorts of scrapping going on that play. I think the defender had him in a headlock, tried to throw the headlock.
Ends up being a gain of 7 and a first down for the Broncos. They'll move the chains across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. First down and 10. Flip Dialbini to the near side along with Torres. Face mask.
Face mask.
I missed that one. Just what that near side line judge is watching, but that was a full handful of face mask.
Right. His head even turned.
Cannon, no worries. He gets 6 yards nonetheless.
Right. It's not going to face him, but still, you don't want him to get hurt.
Give him 5. So second down and a short 5. Long methodical drive with some points. Play action, McKenna over the middle. Kirkner makes the catch at midfield. Down inside Panther territory. Corey Kirkner, a 15-yard completion up to the 48-yard line and a first down.
And that's something we need to keep an eye on the rest of this season. They're getting him more comfortable trying to get Kirkner involved in the game, and that's a really hard route to stop, especially with a guy with length like that. Go up for the ball, he can reach for it, he can stride.
More in the passing game today as they've had all season long with Beshore, and it's working. Little inside out, another good run McKenna across the 45 up near the 38-yard line. Big number 78 getting a little help up there leading the way. And Carter Meek. Got a lot of snaps the offensive line for the Broncos as Carter Meek. Playing with a club on his hand. I played my entire senior year with a big old cast on my left hand just like that. Handoff, Noah Anderson, cut back inside. Finally caught and brought down.
It's like that was like an outside linebacker or a cornerback that was running around the end that kind of chased him down from behind.
Javez Neely, the guy that made that play, 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Yep, outside linebacker.
A third down and 4. Big one here, the 41-yard line. Canna got a stutter step, uses that block, burst forward near the first down. He'll depend on the spot, and I think he's got it. Again, one that looked like it was not going to make, and it does just barely up across the 38-yard line. And a first down, 37 rather.
You know, we talk about Colton McKenna all the time because we see him every Friday, but you don't hear about him being talked anywhere else. And his statistics alone.
Not for a lack of trying. I can tell you I'm using all my sources. B-Shore mishandled it. He's got to jump on top of it and able to track it down. I think that hit him in the hands, just kind of slipped through. I don't think that was a bad snap necessarily.
It didn't look like maybe he just wasn't ready for it. Maybe it was too soon.
A loss of 9, though.
They'll mark the ball back to the 24-yard line. With the loss at second down, 18.
Unfortunately for B-Shore, that counts as a loss of 9 yards for him. Second down and 19. Throw it again, Kirkner on that little slant route. He'll get back a good chunk of that, folded in half. Tough spot for him to be in, but a gain of 10.
Yeah, that's what those routes over the middle like that, the receivers, they've got to get that confidence up because they know they're going to get hit.
10, maybe 11 after they spot that one.
Reminds me of Tom Waddle for the Bears. That guy got destroyed every time he touched the ball, and probably got 17 concussions, but.
Yeah. Trying to put McKenna in the right spot here on a third down and long. Third down and 7. Straight drop again. B-Shore, plenty of time. Loads up. Lets it fly down the sideline. He wants Torres. He's got to come back. He makes the catch. Into the end zone.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Jackson Torres. Penalty flag comes in at the end as well. Not sure what that's about.
Probably somebody's mouth.
Not sure where that ball was at the 37-yard line. That's a 37-yard touchdown. Strike from Tyson B-Shore, his third touchdown of the game, his second through the air. This one for 37 yards. Jackson Torres has had a very nice game as well, one of his best.
Well, the concentration that Torres showed, I mean, he was well covered. I mean, he caught it through the defender, held onto the ball, and was able to lunge for the points.
That'll put Torres close to 80 yards receiving in this one. He's had, by my count, 4 catches.
He's had a couple
5 catches.
runs.
He had another one there. So, yeah, he'll be close to 100 yards receiving in this one. Will Torres, by the time it's done, he'll be shy of that right now, I believe. A beautiful play and a really nice catch. Underthrown by B-Shore, perhaps. Point after attempt forthcoming. Snaps back, holds down. Ryan Jackson remains perfect. 49-28 Broncos. Running on all cylinders tonight offensively. And doing a pretty darn good job. 2 forced tuner was on the defensive side of the ball as well. Timeout coming up. Broncos in charge of this one. 4:42 to play in the third. We're back in 30 seconds.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
on a 37-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Tyson B. Short. Jackson Torres puts the Broncos ahead once again by a 3-score margin. Short. Troutman trying to track this one down. Finally will at the 20. Took a weird bounce. Now everybody's out of their lanes, and Troutman's going to take advantage of it. Still on his feet. Hagen Whitcraft gets a hold of him. Finally brought down by Lucas Golston and Hagen Whitcraft. But a good return, a 21-yard return for Troutman, and that's where Paola Panthers will start this drive. 4:31 to go in the third quarter.
You made a good point when you said now they're out of their lanes. You could see that coming from up here. They were all out of sorts because of the way it happened, the way he cut back.
Yeah, sometimes that ball kind of sits there for a little bit. I mean, one little second on the ground is 5 to 8 yards covered. I mean, if you're moving down the field, but that can.
Well, they're converging on the ball in their lanes to where the ball is kicked, to where they expect it to go. And when you reverse direction like that, that's why you have guys on the other end that are contained, which is why that's not a touchdown.
1st and 10 at the 41, exactly. Straight drop. Katzer throws it underneath. He's got Younger, and Younger tracked down all the way across the field. Nice play in the open field with that one for Siler Stewart, who's coming up to make a play there. And he was the.
Stewart's a little banged up on that play. Younger's a load.
Yeah, he had to bring it and maybe brought it too hard. Stewart has really stepped up nicely for the Broncos in the secondary. And
he's improved every week. I think that's the big thing to key on. He's gotten better as the season's progressed.
They'll restart the play clocks, what the White Hats asking for here. Second down at 6. Man in motion. Handoff Troutman. Nothing doing. Broncos at the point of attack that time, and Casey O'Neill just a little extra. Go that direction. Getting chippy.
Little love tap at the end. I mean, I get it. But if he goes down 15, just.
It was just like a half second early enough.
Yep.
A half second later, that's a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
Walking a fine line. It's okay. 3rd down and 6. Maybe 7. Straight drop. Looking curly all the way. Nearly picked off. That time, Kendall Heiss broke on it.
Good pressure from TFL up front.
That ball's incomplete there and covers number 33, Kendall Heiss.
So a 4th down.
Probably going to have to go for it if they want to make a run in this game.
Clock stopped with 20 seconds. Stanchfield will come in. To play tight end, they'll take a wide receiver out. Trying to double move. Curley going to throw it up. And just out of reach for him. It will be a turnover on downs.
Pass falls incomplete to the Bronco defense.
With 3:03 to play in this third quarter. Score will remain 49-28. And the Broncos will have very good field position. They'll start this drive inside Panther territory.
Good defensive stop by the Broncos, doing what they need to do.
First time Panthers have, or the Broncos rather, have started inside Panther territory. It'll be at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's not true. The last series, the Anderton theft.
Yeah. Thievery handoff. McKenna, one little stutter step inside, then bounce to the edge, down the sideline, and another 10-plus yard run. Again, I mentioned coming into the game, he was averaging 189 yards a game and 7.7 yards per carry. He was averaging 3-plus touchdowns a game. He has met every average and then some in this game.
Gosh. Who do we need to call?
I've called the people
Fox
I know.
4? KSHB?
We were on the Chiefs pregame show. Gain of 12 on that one. Pass out to McKenna, his 4th catch of the game. He'll lose a yard on that one, but We were featured on the Chiefs pregame show a couple of weeks ago, and it was a Colt McCann run, and our broadcast made it. It was pretty cool. Said from Spring Hill Sports Live, and then Dan Israel played the play on a Colt McCann touchdown run.
I was not aware of that.
Against Eudora, I think is when that game was aired. But I've texted it every coach that I've got a phone number to. 2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Running back just to the left of B-Shore. Throw it out, spot pass, Kirkner. Good block on the edge from D'Albini. And out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Cooper D'Albini is going to get one of our honorable mentions for our player of the game.
For sure.
Brought to you by Sheriff Shrum of Financial Prudential. He has had to play both ways. He brought him in to play D-line. He's been a factor on the defensive side of the ball and a good block out on the edge. So he'll go along with that whole offensive line that probably needs to get some love. That may just be our player of the game as the O-line. That'll wrap him in there.
It's like some unnecessary roughness at the end there.
So tack a little bit more on up to the 21-yard line.
They're saying he's a freshman, so maybe that was Kirkner. I thought it was D'Albini.
That was D'Albini blocking, but it was Kirkner
running. Okay.
Yeah. I just talked about the blocker the whole time.
Gotcha.
Handoff, Torres, end around. Torres, a big push on that far side, tackled out of bounds. Good run, though, up near the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 on the run by Torres.
Tackler on the far sideline, number 20, Cooper Stangefield.
And so we'll bring up a 2nd down and 4, and just does stop the clock at 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Kind of a slow-moving second half, but
a lot of passing.
2 wide receivers far side. Again, McCann, he'll have to go back against the grain. B-Shore, just get out of the way. Another stutter step, another cut, another first down.
Block by Torres. Squared up. Open the lane for McCann to get around the corner.
It's up for a first down. Broncos will have 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
You expect to see the linemen blocking every play. That's their job. That's what they do. But when you see a running back or a wide receiver do it in the open field, that's fun to watch.
That takes your run game from good to great. Here's a great one. Jackson Torres, 8-yard touchdown run. The Broncos cracking half 100 here on the road at Paola.
Jackson Torres.
Spring Hill faithful getting fired up over there.
Students are excited.
As they should be.
Broncos looking to move to 5-1 on the season. And most of those have been, they've been the best team in that game. The one game they've got on the record, Blue Valley Southwest, pretty darn good, but they're taking care of business here tonight, are the Broncos, as they lead at 56-28 here on the road. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Another kick away from Troutman. This one's going to go and make him have to make a decision, but it will go out of bounds. And so this will go up to the 35-yard line. That's where Paola will start this drive at their own 35-yard line.
I like what the Broncos are doing. They're making him chase it, but they just got to get it just a little bit more towards the hashes.
Bronco defense is stiffened after the Panthers. The Panthers struck in the first play from scrimmage offensively for them, a 64-yard touchdown run by Clayton Younger. They found an answer for Younger. Troutman's been able to get his from time to time, but in general, the Broncos have been able to keep most things in front of them.
After the penalty, Paola starts his drive, 1st down and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
So first down and 10 from the 35. The minute 41 to play in the third. Toss sweep near side. Younger this time played well. Ball's out loose. On top of it, the Broncos still loose. Still loose. Somebody came in there and took it from the quarterback's hands. We've got 2 thefts in the second half for the Broncos. And this time they'll fall on top of it. Cade Myers was there for a second. Hagen Whitcraft, I believe, came away with it. And the Broncos get another turnover, their third of the game.
I'm pretty sure we recovered that fumble twice.
Yep. And so did the catcher, had it one time in his hand, and somebody came in and grabbed it just as he was picking it up.
I couldn't really tell. There was this whole scrum. And
so the Broncos force another turnover, and now they can really put this one on ice.
Bronco offensive linemen are getting their cardio tonight.
Handoff, McKenna, up the middle. Colton McKenna. That hurts. Doesn't feel good when he runs into you. That's an 11-yard run.
Number 5, Colton McKenna.
They've actually now started 3 drives in a row inside Panther territory. First run, a gain of 11 for McKenna. Spot pass outside Torres. 3 guys. Torres trying to go back inside the grain, looking for the goal line. Just going to be a yard shy. Left a wake of destruction in his pass.
Very well-designed play. I like the way that was set up. I like the way that B-Shore threw it to the right spot, a little screen, cutting inside, taking advantage of the defensive back playing the outside shoulder.
It's a gain of 8. And second down and goal with the 1. Would a 6-touchdown night get some coverage? Doesn't matter. Final play possibly here of this third quarter, although a touchdown would stop it. How about Patrick Stump? He wants one. Just going to be held shy. That may be the final play of the fourth quarter.
Stop short of the goal line.
Broncos will head to the fourth, 1 yard away, getting to put this one on ice on what will likely be a running clock in the fourth quarter. A game that was nip and tuck through the first quarter. Broncos start to pull away in the second and put it away in the third. 56-28 after 3. We're back in 1 minute on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Broncos knocking on the door. First down, second down and goal from the 1 yard line. It's third down and goal from the 1 yard line. Turn, handoff. Noah Anderson, he wants one. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Anderson from 1 yard out.
They've just got a lot of weapons on offense. You've got Colt McKenna, Noah Anderson, Patrick Stumps had some really good carries tonight, and then throw in Jackson Torres.
62-28. Broncos found another gear offensively here tonight that I think will bode well for them.
Well, I like the diversity that they've shown. They've done a little bit of everything. We've seen a game like Eudora where they were just a road grader. We've seen a game like this where they've thrown the ball, they've run the ball, they've spread them out, they've kept it in tight, just a little bit of everything.
63-28. We'll keep it right here. Again, busy week coming up on the schedule next week as we go indoors for a couple as the Tongi Chieftains come into town for a volleyball duel on Tuesday, and we'll do it again on Thursday as the Broncos host the Baldwin Bulldogs. So a pair of network opponents as well as Frontier League foes on Tuesday and Thursday. Volleyball action, 6:30 approximately first serve in that one. And then football on the road at Fort Scott on Friday. Pregame coverage at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock from Prairie Field in Fort Scott, Kansas.
So what's the running clock rule? We've talked about it at Southwest. Do we ever figure it out?
I think they got rid of it. Must have got rid of it. Must have been some kind of law passed. I don't know. I'm just being sarcastic here. I don't know.
I have no clue.
Doesn't matter. They're going to play football here now. Broncos in full control of this one. A lot more fun to be on the other side, but I will tell you that.
Yeah, well, the Broncos have been on both sides of it. That Blue Valley Southwest game was a rough game. And at that game, there was never a back and forth like the beginning of this one.
Right.
This game has definitely had a change of pace, but that game, Blue Valley Southwest was in control.
They will start at their own 25-yard line. Clock's running now at the 11:30-ish mark here of this fourth quarter. You can kind of see where the Tonganoxie, Paola, Ottawa, Eudora kind of are all pretty similar, like matched up. I think they're all pretty good matchups. And the Broncos.
Well, and that's
Keanu Tiafau.
They're the biggest school in this league, and it's not close.
Right.
I mean, we have over 1,000 students, and teams like Blue Valley Southwest are now our peers.
Right.
And while Paola, Lewisburg, Eudora, they're all really solid 4A programs. If you can take away one or two people, it changes the dynamic of the game. It's just the way it is. It's just small class versus bigger class football.
It's a gain of 1. Again, Troutman trying to follow his block. Face mask will get this one.
Yep, definitely.
So it'll be
get a little upset down there.
Tack a little
Frustrated.
bit more on to the end of that one. So I'll tack on another 15. And keep up to date on all the games going on across our network for VarsitySportsLive.com. That's VarsitySportsLive.com/Spring Hill to get all those games coming up. You can see where those volleyball games are. Be sure to go share those to your friends and family outside the area if they want to keep up to date on all the Bronco athletics. Lots of exciting stuff going on. You'll start seeing more promotion about the school musical coming up here pretty soon
nice.
on our airwaves as well. Music Band coming up in November. Quarterback keeper from Katzer. He'll go out of bounds.
And then we're going to be into wrestling season, BJ, and then it's on.
Then it's on. You're excited about wrestling season, basketball season. We still got back
Basketball
half of the
what?
football. Yeah. Wrestler in the house.
Two of them.
I assure you I was neither.
You could have been. If Gerard had it, you would have been.
I don't think so.
You might not have had a choice. Your defensive line coach or
Maybe.
offensive line
That's
coach may have said,
that's
you're going.
probably true. Bob Caruso would have loved me to play some wrestling, participate in wrestling.
That's better. At least you corrected yourself. There's no playing.
You play track, play wrestling.
Play wrestling's on TV on Monday nights.
Yeah. It's every night of the week, I think.
Maybe now. I don't know.
Panthers trying to grind one out here. 3rd down and 4, though. The Bronco defense is not done. They've kept mostly everybody out there as well. Broncos do have Hank Kochaver playing at linebacker, number 10 there, just to the left of Bo Gardner. Golston will stretch out to the near side as well. Handoff Troutman. Doubling back was Cade Myers, I believe, making that play. But not after a gain of 4 on the run by Troutman. He'll get a first down inside midfield.
And to catch it, we are on a running clock. The clock should be stopped on a first down, but it's not. So it must be 35 points in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm going with, whether I tried or not.
We'll have to set up a mailbag so people can email us what they think the rules are. Of course, I'm sure somebody could easily take a screenshot of it on
we could also,
website, but I'm not going to. I just call the game until it's over.
Right.
Full house backfield. Last guy through is Troutman. Not much there. Well played. There's the guy I just mentioned, Coach Haver, coming downhill to make the play.
Handoff goes to number 1, J.D. Troutman.
Just a gain of 1 on the run by Troutman to bring up second down and 9. Grill is welcoming the Emporia State Hornets tomorrow, Matt.
Big game, top 25 matchup in the MIAA conference title aspirations for both. Grill is looking to repeat.
Straight drop. Katzer looking near side. Curley, well played. Intercepted by Hagen Whitcraft, the 4th turnover of the game for the Broncos. Broncos have got
very well played ball by Whitcraft, right? Obviously a little bit thrown too much on the inside.
Yeah, if that was thrown to the outside, Curley might have been able to make a play on it, but underthrown, and there was Hagen Whitcraft. Broncos thwarting the 3rd drive of the second half with a turnover. They've had 2 forced fumbles.
Would expect to see some underclassmen on the field.
Broncos have 2 interceptions and 2 forced fumbles and their 4 turnovers. Each of their turnovers have turned into points. And this could be the final drive of this game. They will bring in Jordan Miller to play quarterback for the Broncos. Hand off Patrick Stumpf. It's not your everyday JV running back.
What a nice treasure to have. You know, you can put your underclassmen in and you can have a leader out on the field still.
Stumpf, 6 foot 190.
Tackle made by number 75, defensive tackle Wade Inman.
It's a 4-yard gain.
Stumpf making his case for next year to take over the reins.
Stick around. We'll have the Shoemaker Collision post-game show. Recap this game and talk about it. Get you ready for next week. Oof. A little tentative that time. He'll learn his lesson.
That was a good tackle.
Yeah, Clayton.
Excellent open field
Younger.
tackle by number 26. That's Paola's Clayton Younger.
Wrestler.
That's a sponsorship we need to find to get some. Every time a wrestler makes a football play, we recognize it with the what?
A mat cleaner.
Some kind of mat cleaner. Some
Cliff
kind
Keen.
of some kind of blood.
Bloodborne pathogen. Your bloodborne pathogen training brought to you by.
I wrestled in kids club with Clayton.
Oh yeah.
At 300.
Well, pretty good job right there. Straight drop, throw it underneath. Intended for the Broncos, Harrison Rivers. Just a little bit out of his reach, brings up a 4th down in a punting situation here for the Broncos.
Pass ball's incomplete.
And Carson Royal going to get his first crack at one here tonight.
Excellent coverage there by number 9, J.J. Crawford.
You'd say he might be a little stoved up over there, but he's played a lot of downs on defensive line, so should be pretty fresh. And stretched out here as he comes out to punt this one away. Troutman. He will be joined by J.J. Crawford. Royal, he'll get into this one. Good punt. Caught by Troutman, mishandled, able to get it back. Penalty flag comes in there. There's Holden Low. And Hagen Whitcraft missed him, got up, and still got the play in on him.
As they flag down on the field.
Looks to be in the area of holding, possibly.
Could even tack on more of this as we're inside 4 minutes to play here in this ball game. Again, running clock, 63-28. This game was 21-all at one point. The Broncos outscored them 42-7 after that.
Yeah, it's funny how games can just a play or two here and there, and you're looking at the game going to the wire or a blowout. Because this game sure didn't feel like a blowout. And it doesn't really feel like one now to be complete. I mean, a little bit. The second half. Second half domination by the Broncos. But that first half, I mean, back and forth, fun to watch. Both sides doing things.
Yeah, 4 turnovers, 3 of which turned into points, touchdowns. That's a big factor there for sure.
And that's the 2-touchdown lead we went into halftime with, and the Paola having to press, getting out of their comfort zone a little bit. And when you're out of your comfort zone and you make mistakes, the other team, it just kind of snowballs on you.
Katzer will stand at quarterback. Head of steam going forward. Still working at it are the Panthers. Mike Smith, the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, taking over for Mike Dumpert, who was the head coach for a long, long time, over 30 years in the program, for over 40, close to 50 years, and did a nice job with the Panthers. But you're going to have a new head coach after all that time. It's going to take you a few years. I think he's really getting them doing what he wants to do. It's similar to what they've done for a long time, but sometimes it's just not in the cards tonight, and that's the case for the Panthers. It's a gain of 7 on the run by Jones. Back at it next week again. Pregame coverage at 6:30. Kickoff at 7 o'clock from Fort Scott. Take on the Tigers. Broncos should be favored in that one as well. And then home for the Lewisburg Wildcats, and likely a Frontier League championship on the line. Good play there on the edge for Spring Hill by Lucas Golston.
That would be an exciting environment. Lewisburg undefeated, correct?
I don't believe so.
Do they have a loss?
I should know that, but I don't. Off the top of my head. What was the score of them at Tongi earlier tonight?
They were ahead, but it was close. It was 22-15 in the third quarter. I'm going to look up the score and see what I can find.
Came down to that last year. Broncos had a chance to spoil their Frontier League championship.
Final Lewisburg 30, Tongi 29.
Oof.
Nice tight game.
Dylan had a good one.
Tongi's had some heartbreaking losses this year. They've just been in every game.
First round run there, maybe the last play of the game. They will have to run one more, but that sounds like it was a good one. If you're into just good high school football, you'll be able to go watch that game at Lewisburg Sports Live or Tonganoxie Sports Live. You have a fill-in over on Lewisburg. I'd probably recommend the Tongi broadcast, although it's not going to be real fun down the stretch, probably with that former Chieftain on the call. There's a big old face mask. Game can't end on a defensive penalty.
Nope. Looks like Tonganoxie tried to convert on 4th and 6. Lewisburg took over at their own 32-yard line, so Tonganoxie was driving, just couldn't make the clutch 4th down play.
But they were at the 32, and they lost by 1.
Lewisburg, Tongi were at Lewisburg's 32, going in.
They've got a kicker.
Tongi's
got a.
They do. That's
a
still
really
32.
Good kicker.
That's
about a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah.
That's the end of the game. 63-28 Broncos winners here on the road at Paola. A good win, and another incredible performance by Colt McKenna and the crew. And Tyson Beshore, probably the best night he's had at quarterback, just distributing the ball around as well. Plenty to talk about here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. We'll recap this game, let you know where to find us again next week, maybe talk a little bit about the Tigers, and get ready to go home for this one as the Broncos victorious here tonight as they win it 63-28 over the Paola Panthers. We'll come back and talk about it when we kick off the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center postgame show right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home. Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back, Eric. Good look at the victorious Broncos as they win it here tonight, 63-28 was your score as the Broncos win it here over the Paola Panthers in fine fashion. Our Absolute Painting play of the game went to the thievery that was the strip and steal fumble forced by Noah Anderson. Absolute Painting, from a fresh coat of paint to refinishing our cabinets. They do it all this time of the year. Absolute turns indoors at this time of the year with incredible interior paint specials. Yep, that's right. Not just outside, but inside as well. Call for your free quote today. It's a special offer from Spring Hill Sports Live, 785-333-9651 to get Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. That was just a ridiculous play, Matt.
I've seen very few things like that. And
it started with the hit. It's one thing to come in when a guy's already stood up.
Regardless.
If he's already stood up and you come in and you grab it and rip it out of his hand. But Noah Anderson made the stop, stood him up, ran into him, grabbed the ball, took it away, and went the other direction.
Right.
I've never seen anything quite like it. And against a really good player in Clayton Younger. It's not, that's not what he slouched either. I mean, it was just an incredible play all the way around. So
yeah.
No doubter on our play of the game, brought to you by Absolute. And there's a bunch of options in this one tonight. And then our player of the game brought to you by Sheriff Shrum Financial Prudential. Achieving your financial goals is a team sport. Call today, 913-592-5573, the Prudential Insurance Company of America, Newark, New Jersey. And player of the game, a little tougher, but we've danced around it all year long. We didn't talk about this while we're in commercial break, but we kind of talked about it on the air a little bit. But the O-line, I mean, when you put 63 points on the field, you're going to have well over 300 yards rushing, probably closer to 400 yards rushing by the time it's all said and done. That's an O-line's dream. Obviously, Colt McKenna does what he does, and a 5-touchdown night, what are you going to do? But it all starts up front. Those boys did their work.
That's the thing. He is a phenomenal back, but as good as they have played this year, that is a huge reason why. And he knows it. The quarterbacks know it. They know where the love needs to go, and they deserve it. They did a great job. They just running back doesn't get hit until 5+ yards downfield. I mean, that just makes his job so much easier.
Well, that zone offense, too, it requires a little bit of time to get into the cut,
Correct.
into the hole, to let things develop, and those things are being allowed to develop, which lets him go run wild and do all the crazy stuff that he does and makes our job so much more fun to do here on the post-game show to talk about as the Broncos, again, win at 63-28. Colt McKenna at halftime had 20 carries, 154 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He added another touchdown in the second half through the air, so 2 receiving touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown here in this one. We'll figure up those final totals and get those to you on our pregame show next week. But the Broncos win it here 63-28 at Fort Scott next Friday. Pregame coverage will start at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. And then defensively also, Matt, early on in the game, trying to feel your way out. The first play from scrimmage from the defense side of things goes to the house, 64 yards by Younger. But they did make the adjustments they needed to at halftime and basically pitched a shutout in the second half.
They did. I thought they did a great job, and it was a defense that they haven't run all year. Matter of fact, I don't think we saw it last year either. So doing a 6-way front, something you're like we've talked about a bunch, you're definitely taking some risks, but I thought they did a good job with it. They were able to, for the most part, stop big plays. They gave up a couple, but that's going to happen. So I thought we beat them at the point of attack, and that's really what matters.
All right, final score again, 63-28. We'll take one final timeout. We'll come back, let you know where to find us next week with volleyball and football on the schedule, as well as talk about the Tigers when we return right after this on the Shoemaker Collision postgame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
We'll come back out here one final time. Still looking in on the Bronco faithful. Made the trip down here. All the Bronco faithful still watching at home. Do appreciate you guys all again. Do go out and support those advertisers. You see, they allow us to bring this to you for free. That's not the case. The model that the state likes to use is certainly not a free model that we've got going for you, but that's all because we have good community support in Spring Hill and across our network that allows us to bring that to you. So when you're out and about at all those businesses you see on these broadcasts throughout it, please go in and tell them you saw them on Spring Hill Sports Live, and that'll just help us continue to bring this programming to you for free in your living room, garage, phone, car, RV, wherever you might be sitting on the dock out at the lake, finishing up summertime on a cold fall day. The Broncos victorious here tonight, 63-28 over the Paola Panthers, a game that was 21-all at one point midway through the second quarter, but the Broncos blew it open in the second half, got it started with a steal and strip and nice run by Anderton that kind of set the tone for the second half, and the Broncos just dropped the hammer. They'll be able to take some of this momentum. You got a long road trip, one of your longest of the season, down to Fort Scott. That will be a different look, feel, playing
Everything.
on a grass field.
Yep.
On a grass field, you may not be able to see completely across still. It used to have the big old hump on it. I think they've knocked a little bit of that off of it. But it'll be a similar style offense I think you'll face with Coach Graham and the Fort Scott Tigers. The Broncos should have a good head of steam going down to Southeast Kansas.
Absolutely. It's getting out of the area a little bit, and it'll be a good game to get them ready for Lewisburg.
That's right. Lewisburg, we're looking ahead a little bit on our side of things, but we'll take care of business at Fort Scott, then wrap up the regular season, or week 8, I guess you could say, with the Lewisburg Wildcats. That should be a Frontier League championship on the line in that game, and we will have that for you as well. Again, don't forget 2 volleyball matches coming up this week on Spring Hill Sports Live, a Tuesday match as well as a Thursday contest. Tuesday taking on the Tonganoxie Chieftains, and Thursday taking on the Baldwin Bulldogs. The Bronco volleyball team, very, very good, and right in the mix in Class 5A as well. We'll have those games for you Tuesday and Thursday, and then football on Friday. Pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Again, Broncos victorious here tonight, Final score 63-28. They move to 5-1 on the year. Back at Fort Scott on Friday. You watch it all right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.